Wow, guys, welcome to the Call Up Show. A lot to talk about tonight. Boys in orange and blue, they got the job done, getting the Game 5 victory. A lot of us were concerned. We definitely going to talk about that Game 6 victory. Jaylen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. We'll also talk about one of the main questions I want to ask. There's two questions I want you guys to answer for me tonight, right? How do you feel like the Knicks will do against the Boston Celtics? And the question is, how can these Knicks beat the Boston Celtics? This is level-headed Knicks talk. We got to stay optimistic. Another question I want to ask is this. Did Jaylen Brunson's shot save the Knicks as we know it? So, of course, this is the Knicks talk call-up show. Let's get the show started right just like this. Salute everybody. Welcome to the Knicks Call Up Show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the objective fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you guys know the vibe. So, yes, this is the Knicks Call Up Show. Tell a friend. We are live, 646-995-8389. I'm happy to be a Knicks fan. Even though the Detroit Pistons series did not go how I thought it would go, I'm glad that we got the win. As long as you win the series, it doesn't matter how many games it goes. As long as you win and you advance, that's the name of the game. So salute to everybody in the building early. I see HR on the Great. I see Yuri, a couple of Knicks Tape Madness Discord server people in the building early. I see my man Knicks will be champs 25-26 in the house. I see Tendrell in the house. Salute to everybody, man, in the place early. I see Anna Grill. Definitely in the building. Listen, guys, the stream has started, man. I know you guys couldn't wait. Hey, man, a lot to talk about. I mean, Jaylen Brunson, did he save the Knicks, this team that we have? Did he save this iteration of the Knicks? Last year, we never got the chance to see how Julius Randle and the four Nova boys, even with OG Anunoby, we never got a chance to get another year to really see how that would look. And maybe Jaylen Brunson saved this team. I think that is an interesting question. I think there's so many variables. And I think Leon Rose is someone who knows who he's doing. But I got my first caller. Let's get the first call in the house. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Hang on. Let me. I can't hear you from my end. Let me hang up and call back.
Okay, call back. Yeah, my mic is, every time I get my first call, my mic changes. He should be able to hear me now. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
This is Yuri.
Salute Yuri in the house early from the Bronx. What's going on, Yuri?
I'm still not over that Jaylen Brunson shot. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not over Mikal Bridges doing that legendary tip-in to lead to that shot. Goosebumps,
Yes, let's go.
Goosebumps. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be objective. I'm not gonna crash out.
Can't crash out. We got to be positive. Hey, we won. That's what we all wanted. Yes, it didn't go the way we wanted it to go. Was it a struggle? I don't know. That's what a lot of people say. I guess you could say that. But the key thing is, yes, whether it was a struggle or whether it was not a struggle, we won. That's all that matters. Yeah, we will be advancing.
Playoff. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Playoffs are supposed to be ugly and gritty. They're not supposed to be beautiful. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this was probably the most grittiest win we had, next to the last game in Game 4. I would say Game 4 and Game 6 were our grittiest wins by far this playoff one. It wasn't gritty, but it was pretty. And give credit to the Pistons, man. I've told people, yo, don't sleep on that Piston team. They're going to be a problem.
Nah, you definitely did. You definitely did. I slept on them.
I gave you a heads up. I said, yo, don't sleep on this Pistons team. I said to everyone in the chat, everyone was laughing at me. Was laughing at me. It's like, oh, come on, Yuri. It's the Pistons. They took us to 6 games. That could have went to 7. That could have.
I mean, facts. And you know what, Yuri? Like, that wasn't my take. You know, I am the objective Knicks fan. I watch a lot of basketball. So
Yo, Sandman,
I
don't
watched.
start. Yo, Sandman, don't start your stuff today.
Sandman, you may have to call up. But for me personally, Yuri, I watch a lot of basketball and I watch the Pistons play. So I was basing it off of what I seen. You know, just like the Pistons. Yes, they're a young, talented team. I'm not trying to take a dump on them. They performed way better than I thought they would, and they deserve all the credit in the world. But at the same time, in the playoffs, when the game slows down, they are not a good half-court team. You got to score in the half court. And if you can't score in the half court, down the stretch, you're going to see what happened. They're going to get cooked most games. So that's one reason. Another reason, I didn't think Tim Hardaway Jr. and Tobias Harris and Malik Beasley, I didn't think those guys were going to have a good, series, or at least they weren't going to be good enough to beat us. So that's part of the reason why, I kind of underestimated these guys. But they deserve all the credit. They fought, they fought.
Yeah, Sam and I will agree with you. Jaylen Brunson didn't come to. Tibbs was getting fired. There's no way fans or buts about it.
We're going to get to the nitty gritty. So, all right. So how do you feel? So let me ask the question. Because it's the same theme. So if Jaylen Brunson does not hit the shot, right?
And I watched about that today. I talked about that.
If he does not hit the shot, does this Knicks team will it be a different Knicks team? We know Tibbs will probably be on the hot seat or out of there, but would Leon Rose make the changes to this team because, hey, maybe there's some shortcomings there? Did Jaylen Brunson save this team as we know it? That shot.
You want my brutally honest answer?
Yes.
Yes. 100% he saved this team. 110%. I'm going to tell you why.
Why you say that?
Report that Leon Rose was also on a hot seat as well.
Really? Ooh, that's the first time I heard that.
Leon was on the hot seat as well because of that Mikal Bridges trade.
Okay. That makes sense.
Leon was on a hot seat for Mikal Bridges, and Tibbs was on a hot seat for the mistakes he made. And let me tell you something. Tibbs and Bickerstaff, that was a coaching battle.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a
definitely.
Coaching battle. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. That wasn't a player battle. That was a coaching battle. Not a lot of people like to admit that. And Tibbs outcoached Bickerstaff. Not a lot of people like to admit that. But guess what? Tibbs outcoached him. Want to know how Tibbs outcoached him? Why is Bickerstaff going small when Tibbs is going double big? Somebody explain why.
That didn't make sense. That's a good point.
Say what you want to say about Tibbs. Say what you want to say about Tibbs. But Tibbs was coaching circles around Bickerstaff. Yeah, I'll give Bickerstaff credit. He coached a good series too.
Yeah, he made the most of what he had. I mean, there's very limited things he could do, right? You're not going to get a whole new half-court offense once the playoffs start. That wasn't happening, right?
King my sources was from who was it? It wasn't Stephon Marbury. It was James something. I gotta remember his name. I gotta look it up again.
Hey, good question, King Ribby. Keep Yuri on his toes, man. We got to come with sources. Good. That was a good question.
Yeah,
good question.
Actually, I'm gonna go to the YouTube video I watched now. It was from Knicks Digest. He put up the video.
But Leon Rose, isn't he due for an extension too? I didn't read anything about him getting an extension yet.
Yeah, Leon is due for an extension. The source came from James L. Edwards.
Okay, yeah, that's official. James L. Edwards is official. But that doesn't mean that what he's saying is right, but it's an official source.
James L. Edwards. There's been whispers all season that if the Knicks lost in the first round, that things wouldn't be the same next year. Maybe it's the coach if all the parties above him feel the roster hasn't been utilized correctly. Maybe it's the front office because after all, someone had to convince the owner that paying a luxury tax and trading the rest of the franchise assets would lead to greener pastures. Maybe it would be both. The ties between the suits and the sideline do run deep. Owners fire people for much less. Maybe players get traded. So yes,
Ooh,
there
that's
was a
deep.
lot riding. There was a lot riding on that shot. That wasn't just a player's shot.
That's
That was
deep.
that wasn't just a player's shot, folks. That was a life-saving shot for the Knicks.
Facts. I agree. I think it definitely was a life saving shot because, if you lose this game, you go into a game 7 against the Detroit Pistons with all the momentum. Chances are you lose. You already lost 2 home games to this team, which is bad. And to have to go home for a last game when you were up 3-1 in a series, knowing that in the 3-1 series, you have a 93% chance of winning. And you potentially can blow that going back home in game 7. Yeah, I think that would have been a huge setback. And wow, that's deep. That's deep. Because I saw that in an article somewhere. I think it might have been Daily Knicks. They were talking about it, and I just thought it would have been a great topic to ask you guys.
Are in jeopardy if they get slaughtered by Celtics. Oh yeah, if they get slaughtered by Celtics, like we're talking sweep, we're talking blowout wins, sweeping. Yeah, Tibbs and Rose's jobs are in jeopardy. We can all agree to that. I will agree.
Wow, this is the first time I'm hearing about Rose's job. I don't know how to feel about Rose's job, only because I feel like this team needs more time. So you won't know how good this team is till next year. Like, everybody keeps talking about Cleveland Cavaliers. Look at how good they are, but people don't realize that was 3 years in the making. Listen, right? You don't just get to 60 wins your first year. This is the first year of this new regime that he has. So you got to give it time. Even though Leon Rose has been here 5 years. So if you want to look at it like that, that's also fair. But go ahead.
Knicks is 25-26. I would disagree on the Rose part. I think Tibbs is on a hot. I think Tibbs is out of here if they get swept by the Celtics. 100%. Well, I do think, though, I was thinking about this last night, saying, man, I will agree. I think it is time you moved on from Tibbs. I was thinking last night. I know the playoffs is not over, but I'm not going to talk about firing coach. I'm not going to.
Right.
I don't want to talk about
I think that's fair. I think that's fair to all my, my Ishbido people. I'm going to say it like that. To respect the algorithm. To all my Ishbido people, I think that at least give him to when the postseason's over, and then if you don't want him to still be here, then that's fine, But you definitely got to give him time. Definitely got to give him time.
This team is Leon Rose's final project. He co-signed on the Randall. I forgot about that. He did co-sign on the Randall trade. Crap, he has a good point. Knicks 25-26 has a good point.
So. All right, so let's make this optimistic, because, guys, listen, we just won a playoff series, right? Come on, man. New York City salutes to the Knicks for winning the playoff series, right? This is my first time talking about it, right? I know this happened the other night, but look, or last night, and, you guys may have moved on from the victory, but no, we're going to bask in victory tonight. So I want some optimistic talk as well. This is the call-up show. You could call up 646-995-8389. Voice your opinion, but I do want to ask you, Yuri.
Yeah.
How do the Knicks beat the Celtics? How do the Knicks beat the Celtics?
Defend the 3-point line. Defend the 3-point line. That's number one. With Mitch back, you should be able to play drop whenever you want now, because Mitch knows how to play it, right? But you can't play drop coverage on this team, though. This team's gotten obliterated with drop coverage.
Yes.
I know Sam
they'll kill you.
I'm going to have to say Tibbs is going to have to get creative on how to really defend the 3-point line.
Oh, but you know what? I didn't want to spend too much time in the chat, but Sandman, you asked the question, who did he develop out of Kolek and Dottie? I will say that he was a part of R.J. Barrett's development, Emmanuel Quickley's development, Obi Toppin's development. Right, some of the guys that we had here, Julius Randle's evolution into becoming an all-star, right? Towns' best years under Coach Thibodeau. You see what Jaylen Brunson has become since he came to the Knicks under Coach Tom Thibodeau. So no, he hasn't had an opportunity, Sandman, to develop 2 rookies in 1 year, right? I don't think that you develop players in 1 year. I think that that's a process. Let's see how Dadier and Kolek look in their 3rd or 4th year if they're still here, right? Because once it gets close to contract time, Leon Rose will trade you if he doesn't want to pay you for whatever reason. So those guys have to make it to that point in time. So it's not a fair question to ask if he developed those guys in 1 year.
Had his best year on the tip
Rookies
too.
don't get developed in 1 year. Right, OG, yeah. If you want to add players, yeah. I mean, and that's not a debate. Oh my God, still Knicks fans in the building. What's going on, still Knicks fans? Ron, remember, I know you. You gotta make sure you go to bed at a good time. But if you want to call up, anytime you want to call up, Ron, you can. If you want to speak your piece on anything, all right.
So this is how I feel about it, right? So when it comes to the Boston Celtics, you gotta defend the 3-point line. That's number 1. Number 2, you gotta try your best to weather the storm against the Celtics. You gotta try your best to defend Jason Tatum. You gotta try your best to defend Jaylen Brown. OG's gotta be on Jason Tatum all the time. That's number 1.
That's a fact.
We all seen him get killed with Mikal Bridges.
Right.
Huh? Jaylen Brunson's got to be your best player. OG's got to be your best player.
That's not even a demand. Jaylen is going to be the best player.
OG's got to be your best player. Mikal's got to be your best player. All the starters have to have a really good game.
Right.
Really good series. And yes, I'm even going to call out the bench. Deuce has to step up in this series. Oh, everyone's going to tell me, oh, Yuri, but Deuce had a bad game. Listen, you think Deuce is not going to have a bounce back series? Trust me. I think he wants to get that Detroit series out of his head.
Yeah. I agree.
Don't be dissing my man Deuce, because whenever Deuce has faced with adversity, he bounces back. You gotta give my man time.
And also too, Deuce, most of the bench players, Deuce hasn't gotten the consistent minutes that he normally gets because the bench has been playing more limited minutes than they were, especially towards the end of the regular season. So it's kind of hard to get in the groove when you come in the game for 5 minutes, a 2-3 minute stretch. If you don't got it rolling right then and there, it's going to be hard to sustain that, right? Not that I'm capping for him. Yes, he has to be better, but I'm just saying that, now that he's gotten this round under his belt, like Yuri said, maybe that could help, make him perform better in the second round. We'll see. I don't know. I hope so. But okay, that's some good stuff. I think that
I want to add one more. The double big lineup has to be used. It's gonna
double
be
big
used.
lineup, okay?
The double big lineup is going to be used. I'm going to tell you when it's only going to be used. So if you see Luke Cornett out there, Mitch is going to be out there.
Oh.
With Towns.
Yeah, we spoke about that. Yeah. Just same way I remember when I said in Detroit when Stewart comes in the game, Mitch get out there, right? It's all about matching what Boston's bringing to the table, and honestly putting out a better player because I feel like Mitch is better than Luke Cornett, right? It's just that Mitch hasn't been available and hasn't been around, but I think that head to head, Mitch should win that battle, and that's a key. Another thing too is the rebounding, dominating the rebounding matchup. DRM, I always talk about it because this Knicks team thrives whenever they can keep opposing teams off the glass. And we talk about 3-point defense, right?
Yes.
So if Boston is missing shots, the defensive glass is going to be one of the most important factors of this whole series because you can't allow Boston to get second chance threes. The same way I said about Detroit. If you let Detroit get second chance threes, that can help spark a Beasley who might be 0-4, right? They get the rebound, kick it out. Now Hardaway gets an open three. That's danger. Boston, super danger.
Right? Now Hart did talk about sitting on the bench a while back in his podcast. Hart did talk about coming off the bench for either Boston or Cleveland. Right?
Okay.
I would suggest that if I'm Tibbs right now, I'm thinking you got to start the double big lineup.
Well, it depends on who Boston's starting, because if Boston's starting their normal starting lineup, you're going to get cooked. They're popping on them picks. They're not rolling. So you're going to have Mitch 20 feet out. And I don't like Mitch 20 plus feet out. You've seen what KP did to him last year. You know, KP, 30 balls, all of that was on top of Mitch, because Mitch, he's just not as effective going on the perimeter. Now, maybe Mitch can improve. I don't want to count him out. I don't want to write him off. I'm just going based off the history of what I've seen. I've watched 40 Boston Celtic games this past season. I watched a lot of Boston. You would have thought I was a Boston Celtic fan. It's to the point where I know exactly what they're going to run. When I see it, I've seen them do it all season, right? They're going to run high pick and roll all day. They setting screens from 22 feet out. And KP is popping. KP's average three-point shot is 27 feet out. Right? So, you know, Mitch is going to have to step up his perimeter defense if he's going to be a factor this series. I do agree about playing the double big lineup. I think when Luke Cornett comes out there, sometimes they play KP and Cornett. Right? I mean, it's crazy.
I see a lot of people in the chat are doubting the Knicks already. Listen, if you're going to doubt the Knicks, right, there's reason to doubt the Knicks because we did really bad against them in the regular season.
Yeah.
Right? All I'm going to say is this. It's either you support this team or you ride or die with this team, right? Or you just want the Knicks to lose so because Tory B could, or you just want the Knicks to lose so Tibbs gets fired, which I'm against.
But hold on. But real quickly, like, I don't think that's a good reason, though, because there is no direct correlation between regular season success and playoff success. And if you want me to break that, I was going to save this, but if you want, right, I got my little playoff notes right here. So
here we go. Didn't you have?
Yeah,
to
you know,
didn't you?
Listen, man. Listen, man. The notes only get bigger. It only get bigger as the playoffs goes along. When we talk about regular season matchups, right? Boston lost the regular season series to the Magic. Playoffs came, dusted them. The Knicks lost the regular season matchup to Detroit. You see what happened, right?
Yeah.
So it's not always a direct correlation. And then, of course, you have examples on the other side, right? Like the Cavaliers went 2-1 against Miami. They won. They swept them, right?
That Miami
same thing with the Thunder.
Ridiculous, though. On your home court.
They wasn't ready. The Miami Heat wasn't ready. But same thing with OKC. OKC went 4-0 against Memphis in the regular season, and they cooked them in the postseason. So it's not a direct correlation, right? So I don't want to use that as an excuse. Now, if you want to say they're the defending champions, right? They're the defending champions. Okay. And they're the best team. You feel like they're the best team in basketball. They got the best offense. They're the best, to me. They top 5 offense and defense, and they're the best at that, right? At playing their offense matches their defensive output. I don't think no other team in the league can say that, where their offense is just as good as their defense. And so, I mean, it's a nightmare matchup. It's a nightmare matchup.
Well, I will say, though, I can't say Knicks in 6 just because of how everything went down in the regular season. I can't say Knicks in 6. I can't do it. I'm going
Knicks in 7, y'all. I'm going Knicks in 7. I know that might sound crazy to y'all. And I understand Boston is the favorite. And honestly, like even Stephen A. Smith, right? When he said that he was picking Boston, I wasn't mad at that. You know why I was mad at Stephen A?
Why?
Because he said it might be in 4 or 5 games. It's like you got to give your team a shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with the Knicks all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way I'm not gonna like root for them to do well.
You know what my Knicks prediction is in that case? Knicks in 6.
Oh, Knicks in 6? Hold on, Yuri. I do got another caller. Hold on. If I don't merge him in, I'll get you back on later. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, what's poppin'? This is the new Knicks. calling
Let's
from
go.
calling live from Alabama. You know what I mean?
Let's go. What's
What's
going on, my
good?
brother? What's on your mind? I got some questions, but this is the Knicks call up show. How are you feeling after the Knicks got rid of the Detroit Pistons? How you feeling? Got rid of them dudes. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, I just got a little message for all the haters,
Let's
Jalen
go.
Rose,
Bless.
everybody on the Gilbert Arenas cast,
Facts.
everybody that had a little whisper or little fix their breath to say something towards my Knicks. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Listen,
Let's go.
listen. I've been listen. First of all, shout out to the Knicks for getting us through. I did call Knicks in 6. I didn't think
Okay. Good call.
I didn't think Detroit was gonna just be one and done. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? They are a little gritty team. As far as physicality, I think they probably the most physical team that we are gonna go up against or that we ran through. I don't think Boston's that physical, and if Cleveland survives, whoever we face is not as physical as Detroit. But
Facts.
to all the naysayers, we here. Round two, it was nothing. It's like water. For all of the people saying that that shot that Jaylen Brunson took, very Jordan-esque. As a matter of
Oh,
fact,
yes.
is way better than the Jordan shot. Even though
Facts.
the situations weren't the same, but still. Now for all the people saying that Jalen Brunson's shot saved Leon Rose and saved Tibbs,
Hmm.
um I need a majority of them to come back to reality because the thing is that I don't know if people pay attention to the roommate show. You heard Dolan doesn't make many appearances. So,
Facts.
I try to pay attention to everything that's behind the curtains. So with James Dolan saying what he said on that podcast, Tibbs just got his contract. This is his first year with the guys. This is the warm-up year. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
think we're gonna
Yep.
take it to the ECF. I think
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm riding with you.
I definitely agree with you, Knicks in 7 against the Softins.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
yeah, they too soft to play with us. If they put the Twin Towers back up there, we got B Man and Battle Cat, aka the Big Mongool. Yeah, I mean,
Yes. Hmm.
I think Cat will come back, and make his presence felt in this series. And I think we will need the help of everybody. Deuce McBride and everybody's gonna step up. I think the better competition, I think the better we get.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I think they're gonna step up. They're gonna do their thing. Um, and that's basically it. Yeah, I mean, subscribe to
So
my
hold on. Wait.
guy.
That's not it.
Subscribe, hit the
Hold
likes,
on.
subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Get.
mean,
Yep. Get the likes.
show my man love, the objective Knicks. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I can't let
let's
you go
do it.
like that though. I got a couple of questions. If you ain't got to go
What?
real
No,
fast.
I'm in no rush. I'm ready to
All
roll
right.
out.
All right.
I'm ready
Let's
to
take our
roll out.
time with this. So I agree with a lot of what you're saying. So you're basically saying how we're going to beat Boston is based off the fact that they're not as physical as what we've seen with Detroit. So are there any other reasons why you think that it will be Knicks in 7?
I mean, we all know there's about 3 players that are not injured but hurt. Uh,
Right. Yes.
yeah, Jalen Brunson might be hurt, but I think these few days off, we got some dogs on our squad, so I'm not even worried about it. But I think Boston could choke. You know what I mean? Especially if we got
Mm.
Mitch in there with Cat. And like you said, Mitch is gonna have to step up his perimeter defense out there on the line,
Yes.
guarding KP. I
Right.
agree with all of that. So But I think we're gonna come through in the clutch, and Captain Clutch, he didn't win the trophy for no reason.
Facts. That's what's up. I agree with everything you said. I think that, we have what it takes to match what Boston has. Like I said, like I know basketball doesn't work like this, but when you look at it from what the stars bring to the table, right? You have Tatum and Brunson. They kind of cancel each other out, right? Then you got Jaylen Brown and Towns. I would say Towns provides more production than Jaylen, right?
Facts.
Okay, cool. Now everything else in the middle and the rest of it, you look at it, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, I mean, Drew Holiday, I say he's top 5 two-way point guard all times, right? He's not that. I think we've seen the better days of Drew Holiday, and like you said, he's dealing with a hammy. He's not 100%, right? Derek White, solid, but Mikal Bridges, you pick your poison there, right? I mean, when you look at the rest of the matchups and the way it'll, at times look, the Knicks can match what Boston's giving you. Now, Boston does have the better bench, but, we play our starters 40 minutes. So, right? So, the starters are going to be up there matching up against their bench. So, I think that this Knicks team is very formidable, and all I'm telling Knicks fans is to give themselves a chance. You feel what I'm saying? Give yourselves a chance.
Most definitely. We're gonna stay positive on this side. And listen, if we take the Knicks of game 3, I mean I think it was game 1 and game 3 where we were scoring 37 points in the first quarter. Like that Knicks team coming together and playing like a unit will demolish anybody we face. But now
Right.
I think Tibbs. I'm definitely in the Tibbs hive. Shout out to my brothers at the TOF show. But we ride with Tibbs, but Tibbs is also gonna have to learn how to make adjustments or probably go a little deeper into the bench. We know he's a little stubborn.
Yes. Yes.
But at the end of the day, we're gonna need everybody. The same way, it has to be a team thing. We all know Jaylen Brunson is Captain Clutch, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have Jaylen Brunson with like 20 something points and like 20 assists.
Right.
I mean, I'm a little exaggerated, of course, but if he comes out getting his guys started and then he takes over in the fourth, I have no problem with it. But we need a team win. Everybody has to be in double-digit figures. If Hart could come out with a triple-double, I need triple-double Hart. I need OG Brunson. I need Mikal with that new attitude he just tapped into. Like all of this shit got to come together, and we need to just destroy.
Nah, I'm riding with you on that. I think that Brunson, I was going to talk about it. I'm glad you brought that up. So are you on the train of, well, I'm not going to even ask it like that. I'm going to say, do you think Brunson dribbles too much? Do you think he dribbles too much?
No, Brunson, listen, he does what he got to do. There was at times where they try to go to Cat. I didn't like, and that's another, that's another thing. I want to say F you to the refs. Because once I saw the refs cheating and trying to, help Detroit win, I knew we was definitely winning. But back to your question, I think Brunson knows when to get us out of trouble, but we're not playing like we did in the beginning of the season. If you remember the beginning of the season when we was taking off, it was like everybody was contributing. And lately it seems to have been the case of you take a turn, I take a turn, you take a turn, he take a turn, and they bounce it, and that isn't how we play.
Right.
So I really need them to come in as a team. Jaylen Brunson needs to get Cat, with 10 points, and we still won. Cat with 10 points, that is uncalled for.
I
You
agree with that.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And yes, Thibodeau wasn't running plays for Cat for whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, Thibodeau's not out there. Thibodeau's not dribbling the rock and running the show. It's up to JB. When you see OG got a hot hand, keep feeding the mother. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if we're in a family show, but
this is
bro,
a family show.
yeah, bro, keep feeding OG. Get
Yeah,
Cat going. Get
yeah.
Bridges going. You miss the clutch. You're gonna get in there whenever you want, but get your guys going first.
I feel you on that. And by the way, this is the Knicks call up show, guys. Call up if you would like to speak. 646-995-8389. I wanna respond to what you said. Like people were getting on Brunson talking about he dribbles. I disagree with that. I actually like to see Brunson take over because there's points and times in the game where these guys disappear. And I don't think it's because Brunson's not passing them the ball. I think they might have missed a couple of shots. And another thing too, like this team, they're too unselfish sometimes, where they just want to pass the ball. It's like take the shot, and they looking to pass the ball to each other. No, go ahead and take the shot. You know, like listen. I understand we work as a team, but man, all you guys could drop 40 at any point in time.
You're absolutely
Take the
right.
shot.
You
You know,
absolutely right. We need more aggressiveness. I see a lot of that from Hart, where he's waiting for Brunson to come in. And bro, drive it the fuck in.
take it to
Oops,
the basket.
sorry. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? I see
Yeah.
that a lot from everybody. Like
Mm-hmm.
we gotta play the
At
same
time,
way
yeah.
we was playing when Brunson was injured. That's how we have to play.
Right. Not facts. Not fact. I mean, and I agree with that. And so when my thing with Brunson is like, if nobody ain't doing nothing, all right, Brunson, I need last year's Brunson because these dudes they don't want to shoot tonight. So go ahead and shoot. But outside of that, our strength is in everybody touching the ball. I can't remember our exact record, but we have a really good record when we get 27 assists or more.
Yes.
And that's our average. So anytime we hitting our average and above, we killing teams. They can't stop us.
Yeah, we hit a point where we had hit up to 30 to 35 assists in a game. That's the team I want to see. Because once you see those numbers at that point, you know Cat got double digits. You know Hart got double digits. You know Brunson, OG, Bridges, everybody's gonna have double digits. But now if I think Soften has a
Soften. I like that.
yeah, they might have a little bit tougher bench, but if we bring Mitch out starting and put Hart into the bench, I think we could get him.
Oh, okay. But Boston, to be honest, with the couple of games I watched, I didn't watch the entire series. I got to go back and watch. I'm probably gonna watch every game in the Boston series, and I got to talk to Maxine. I might do a playoff preview show Sunday morning. I got to talk to Maxine. But I want to go back and watch how they use their bench because I know they use Pritchard. I know they use Horford and Cornette. I don't think Hauser was getting burned like that. So I gotta look into that. But Boston wasn't using their bench like that either. It's just that, you know, when Pritchard comes out there, you know what he's gonna do. When Horford gets out there, even though he might not get numbers all the time, he could burn you on at any moment. He can burn you at any moment. You know,
that's why I would prefer to see Mitch in the starting lineup and drop Josh to the bench with the boys. And also we definitely gonna need I know it's a tough ask, but I was definitely dying to see Precious out there.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. That I was like, I don't understand. I've been saying that in the Discord, so I'm like, yo, why can't Precious get time when you see that we're getting killed on the glass against
Bro,
Detroit.
even 5 minutes, something.
Just give him 5 minutes.
Something like
Harris is horsing these dudes. Harris got Josh Hart on him, 6'5".
bro. And if Cat's having foul problems, bro, bring Precious in there. Hack the shit.
Bring him in.
You use all 6 of your fouls right now. The next 5 minutes, karate chop him.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
But we gotta start.
Facts.
We definitely Tibbs definitely gotta move more strategical. I'm not gonna put 100% blame on Tibbs. We do have assistant coaches that should be reaching out to Tibbs when he's in the middle of the air and got Josh and Jaylen Brunson sitting 2 minutes. You go up to the coach, yo, you all right? You and your feelings?
Yeah.
What we doing? Like, let's wake
Right.
up. Let's snap out of it. There got to be somebody. I mean, I thought that's what Mo Cheeks was here to do. I thought that's what Rick Brunson was here to do. I need to see more aggressiveness from the coaching staff.
That's an interesting take. I know we're not there to know what's going on, but something has to be done differently at times. Like I feel like sometimes Tibbs, and once again, I don't want to see Tibbs lose his job, but sometimes he has to think outside of the box more. Like Joe Mazzulla, he's going to be doing all types of weird stuff.
Yeah.
He's not scared to try something that just looks crazy. He's not scared to try it. So
I mean,
it's going to take some of that.
I liked it when we had Woody here, like Tibbs and Woody. Like I think was Tibbs here with Woody?
Yeah, well, yeah. Tibbs. Well, Mike Woodson was the assistant coach the first year before he got the job. What was that? Indiana. He went to. I can't remember what school he went to, but he was here that first year.
Yeah.
And then he got the job, and he, when he got that, he took that head coaching position. But I don't think he's coaching now. Maybe bring him back, but I don't know. The way the league is set up right now, I don't think there's going to be a lot of coaching jobs out there because a lot of these teams are electing to keep the coaches, the assistant coaches. They're elevating their assistant coaches.
I'm not one of the ones that want Tibbs out of here not no time soon. Like let's be grateful for what we got. We got Tibbs, 2 years, 50 wins each, breaking records, something we haven't done in 20, 30, 50, 80 years. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? This
facts.
As much as I want to win the chip, if we don't, it's our first year together, ladies and gentlemen. I need everybody to calm down. Thinking, I mean,
relax.
If I definitely want a chip. I've been a diehard fan since '74. I definitely want a chip.
Salute to that.
But I know it's a process.
Facts. Now I'm riding with you, man. So, any final words you like to say to the people, man? I appreciate the call, my brother.
Man, yeah. So, my apologies about last week and my phone had died out and I was out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me that called and then my phone died out.
Yeah, I was trying to get you back. No problem, man. Listen, we here every Friday, 10:45, man. And yeah, we rocking, man.
Yes, sir. I just want to give a shout out to the chat, shout out to the show, great show. Callers are coming in, giving in good input. Want to give a shout out to Ron from Still Knicks fan, if he's still in the building.
Yeah, salute to Ron.
Shout out to my brothers out there at the TOF, the Organics Fanatics show. Yeah, I mean, we out here.
Salute.
And Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7, let's go. That's what I want to hear, man. That's what I want to hear.
And whoever's not on that wave, stop being shook.
Stop. Oh, my God. Let's go, man. I'm riding with you, man. Thanks for the call, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Salute. So that was New Knicks, man. New Knicks in the building. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I'm going to come right back to you, Yuri. Give me 2 seconds. I do want everybody to see. Notice what I got behind me, man. I got the Bodega Cat shirt, man. It came in the mail, y'all. the Bodega Cat shirt came in the mail. I like it. It's fire. Yo, it's great quality. Oh my God. Like this right here. Like when you touch it, it feels really good. Salute to HRM the Great. I know he got his shirt in the mail too, and he ordered some mugs. But I think he ordered this mug right here. Right. So definitely, guys, hit the shop, man, and check out some of the merch we got. It's fire. All you gotta do is go to shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com and check out the merch we got, man. And this Bodega Cat though, it's lit. And of course, salute to Captain 11, man. You know what I'm saying? We still riding with the captain, right? And you know, clutch player of the year, man. Definitely check it out and support of the Bodega Cat line, Captain 11 line. And I want to keep the show moving. And you know what? I'm gonna put this up here just for the people that coming in, so you guys can see where you can get the merch. Hold on, what happened to my phone app? Get my man Yuri back up in here. And like I said, keep the calls coming, guys. 646, the numbers on the screen, 646-995-8389. Hopefully the call app is not glitching. Nah, we good. Hey, Yuri. What's going on? I saw you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was back to the Boston conversation, right?
Yeah.
I would like to say Knicks in 7.
Let's go. Let's go, Yuri. Let's go. Wait, hold on. What changed your mind? Did we change your mind? Did me and New Knicks change your mind? What's up?
No, it was something I was thinking about for like a good minute. I got predictions on two sides. I got Celtics in 6 if the Knicks somehow get 2 games, somehow Boston pulls it out because they're a better team. And I got Knicks in 7, which is the side that I want because I'm a Knicks fan. I do believe the Knicks can pull it off, regardless of the coach. It's going to be up. It's going to be this is going to be a checkers match. It's going to be a checkers match. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This will be a checkers match.
You mean chess match, not checkers?
This is going to be a chess match.
Yeah.
This is going to be a chess match between
high level stuff.
This is going to be a chess match between Joe Mazzulla and Tibbs. And like I said before, I'm not saying firing a coach until the off season. Let's see how he does against the Celtics. Because he just
got to see it first.
I got to see it first. If Tibbs gets swept, we all know changes is coming either way. Do I want that as a Knicks fan? No, I don't. But if it's competitive and he does good, why not? We'll keep him around a little longer. But I'm going to go Knicks in 7.
Let's go. Knicks in 7. Let's go.
I'm going to go Knicks in 7.
Maxine, I see you in the building, Maxine. Could I do a Sunday show? I'm thinking about also doing some post-game shows too, because I know you guys be wanting to talk about the Knicks. I just be having mad stuff to do, but I think we might do some post-game shows too, because you guys like to talk post-game, and you guys be up to like 2 a.m. just talking about the Knicks. I think we might have to do that, Yuri. I think we might have to do that.
You know,
get everybody post games out. Because I mean, in the Discord server, you already see. I mean, when we win or lose,
we got a little vote. JJP NYC, shout out to JJP NYC.
Salute.
Legit was talking throughout the entire game. It was funny, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Salute. Hold on, I do got a caller. Hold on, 1 second. We do got another caller. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
J Tap calling from Cali. What up?
Oh my God! Salute to J Tap in the building. Legendary. I'm gonna merge you in with Yuri. All right? Yuri. Hey Yuri. We got a special guest. We got J Tap on the line. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Let's go.
What up, Yuri? What's cracking, son?
I was just talking about you. I was like, I just saw J Tap. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I was like, I'm seeing you in a Discord.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Oh man, no, I gotta talk about the series now here. So that series has to be the most physical, most grueling, most heartache. Anything you could say about that series? My God.
Yeah, the series is definitely physical. and I didn't really expect nothing less from Detroit. But my thing is, I'm glad we stepped up to the challenge, matched the physicality, and let the talent take over in the end because we're way more talented than they are. You know what I mean? So I said Knicks in 5, but I'll take Knicks in 6, Knicks in 7. I don't care. Just win. That's it. On to
Get
the
the
next one.
win. Facts. No,
That's
fact,
it.
and you know what, J Tap, I was very cocky, right? I was very like, get
I
these
know.
dudes up out of
Oh,
here.
I know.
but they earn my respect. I really do feel like we just didn't take advantage of certain things that would have got the series over in 4 or 5 games. But it is what it is. We got the win. Doesn't matter. We healthy going into the next round, so that's just what it is. You know, that's just what it is. But did Jaylen Brunson, did his shot save the Knicks, the team that we see now? Did his shot keep this team together for the foreseeable future, or it didn't matter? What are your thoughts on that?
Personally, I don't think it mattered because when it's all said and done, it's still the first year of this team. You know what I mean? So the franchise can always fall back on that excuse for the fans because
Yes.
it's literally the first year of this thing. And the one thing I'm really concerned about, though, that we passed the first round, that I see a lot of fans talking about, like they talk about the second round like it's the chip. Like we all expect to be gone in the second round.
Yeah.
You know, we can't beat Boston. It's like a foregone conclusion that
There's
we're
been a
gonna be
lot
out
of
there.
noise of that today, huh?
Yeah, so it's like a foregone conclusion we're gonna lose. You know, I want my team to win, and I get Boston the champs. But there's a lot of holes in that team, man, that we can expose. A lot,
Facts.
a lot. And the only thing I think we need is like some firepower off that bench. You know?
Yeah, that's the only thing we missing.
Deuce,
I agree.
I don't know what's up with that man. I don't know what's up with Deuce.
I say something about Deuce, if that's okay. Like
Go for
legit. And
Sure.
this is what I came up with. Listen, it's either Deuce is dealing with an injury that we don't know about and he's playing through it, right? It's either Deuce is dealing with an injury, he's playing through it, or he's got some mental stuff going on. Because I do remember that Deuce is about to become a father soon, I believe.
Man, listen.
I'm
I
just
get it, you know what I mean? I get the father thing, but it's the playoffs, man. You gotta lock in. You know what I mean? Lock in.
Definitely got to lock in.
Lock in.
Gotta lock in. But
Lock in. We want this chip. And I don't know, man. I mean, me personally, I'll probably go Shamit. Shake it up a little bit.
he already is.
I don't know.
He already is a father. Never mind then. He's on double duties.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. We gotta do something, but we need threes and we need a lot of them.
Yeah, no.
We gotta shoot. We gotta keep shooting. Make Jason Tatum take 2-pointers and shoot threes, and that's it. And rebound.
Deuce is the X factor. Deuce is the X factor.
I don't
Honestly.
know. I know Tibbs needs to do something with that lineup. I heard the homeboy said start Mitch and sit Hart. I'm with it.
I
Let's
don't think
go.
he changed.
I know
the
you with
lineup.
it.
You know I'm with it. I
They
said
that's
all
you.
day, every day in the chat. I'm with it.
I don't see how, you know. I don't see how, this series goes. Honestly, it can go one way, it can go another way. You know what I mean? Because say we lean toward, let's say this, right? Let's say we lean towards the deep ball way too much, and our shot starts not falling in. There's a lot of scenarios that can happen here. A lot.
Here's the thing. We don't guard the 3-point line very well.
But here's the thing, though. Our 3-point line defense actually was good in the Detroit series.
Right,
was.
and it was better towards the end of the season as well. Towards the end of the season, it was better.
What did we finish ranking on a 3-point defense? If you got the data,
I think like 26, but like it was like, hold on, I'm gonna go in research mode. Why not? Let's have fun. But it was definitely like 26 though. But when you look at the last like post All-Star break, I think we were up there. Hold on, I'm gonna get the exact number for you. Because I talked about it on the
right?
How we said it again?
It was when Mitch came back, right? That we started to see.
That was when Mitch came back. Yeah, when Mitch came back, our defense, every aspect of our defense improved when Mitch got back.
And the thing that I noticed in the game, okay, Deuce is not making a shot, but he was getting torched on defense. Torched
Yes. Yeah,
or
he was.
torched, getting lost. And I know I know I talk about Brunson pounding the ball or whatever. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but why is Deuce pounding the ball? Why is he dribbling in circles? Driving to the lane, go back out, try to set the offense up, and then dribble some more and then turn the ball
I
over.
don't know.
Or try to
think
throw
it's
a lob to
because-
Mitch or
I think it's because he's trying to mimic Brunson in the offense.
he's
You know,
Sorry,
like
there's only
off the
one Jaylen
bench.
Brunson. There's only one Jaylen Brunson.
And and it's not a great impression.
yeah, but if you're saying that, that means he's not he's inside his own head because he's not Brunson. He don't play like Brunson. The style of play is nowhere near the same. He's not playing like himself. He needs to.
So I know, like, this is like I got this on the screen, by the way, if you guys are looking at the screen, and to all the people in the chat, this is the playoffs. So in the playoffs, the Knicks are actually the 5th best 3-point defense in the playoffs, but it's a very short sample size. We only played Detroit, so we can't act like that's the end all be all.
We'll
You
see
feel
how
what I'm
that
saying?
holds up against Boston. We'll see how
Yeah,
it
we
holds
got to
up.
see how that holds up against Boston. But I'm gonna go to the regular season though. So if you go to the regular season and you look at opponent 3-point percentage, you'll see that the Knicks are like 26. Like I said, yeah, we were 26 in 3-point defense. We gave up 36.7 threes per game. That's for the season. However, if you segment it and you go, okay, I'm gonna go post All-Star break, and then you click on 3-point defense, you'll see that the Knicks actually have the 4th best 3-point defense post All-Star break. So the 3-point defense has been phenomenal, and it's holding up in the playoffs. So that's a good sign going into a Boston Celtics series.
You always
honestly.
want to see that. You want to see.
You always want to see that level of improvement. Our 3-point defense definitely was not that good the majority of the times we played Boston. So we got to see how it's going to look against these guys. But I'm curious to see what Boston is shooting in the playoffs. Let me pull that up. I want to see how they're shooting because I only watched 2 games of the Boston series. I'm going to go back and watch those other 3 games so I could really get a feel for what's going on with Boston. I'm in the postseason. I know the one game I saw, they ran an 8-man rotation. How funny is that?
Yeah. Whoever is in the chat with Sandman. Hey, did you hear? 8-man rotation.
Well, Boston
Yeah,
is
they was
deep.
running.
I'm
They were
calling
running
shots
8 men.
right now.
They played 8
Boston
men,
is deep. Boston is deep.
but they played only 8 though, Jay. They only played 8. You know, just saying. Hey, hold on, where am I at?
I personally think 8 is a lot.
No, we're actually off topic. Y'all want to talk about Tibbs? Man, JJ Redick played his starters a whole second half. So y'all want to talk about Tibbs? How about we talk about JJ?
But you can't use that though because they lost. So that's I wouldn't want to use that as an example as
Nah, I wouldn't either.
Let's talk about JJ Redick. The man played all his starters. He played a 44-year-old man for 48 minutes in the second half.
The Boston Celtics, they're shooting about 37.8% from 3 in the playoffs. That could be a problem, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That right there could be a problem. Because remember, Orlando had the 5th ranked defense? Orlando had a really good defense. So
Orlando had a really good defense, and they're still putting up threes.
they're still putting up 37.8% from downtown. And Holiday missed games. Jason Tatum missed the game.
I was about to say that.
Jaylen Brown playing injured, he with his knee. So yeah.
There's a lot riding on this series, though. Let's just be straight up.
You think so? You think so? Why? I mean, most fans and pundits are saying, all right, the Knicks are going to make it past second round. So why so much riding on the series when no one really expects us to go past the second round?
I think, Jay, what he's saying, like, if you get swept, they're saying that then that's when the Knicks are going to make the changes. But if you compete, go 6-7 games, then, you're going to come back with the same regime. I don't think Leon Rose is going to bring the same exact team back. I do think he's going to make some additions, maybe not change the starting lineup, like trade the starting. Maybe Hart goes to the bench, but it's not like Hart gets traded, right? But I think there's going to be some tweaks to this team
Yeah.
in the
With the
upcoming
Knicks
season.
salary cap situation right now, with the Knicks, I'm pretty sure Leon Rose did have a conversation about this with Tibbs, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the rookies get playing time next season.
That's not happening.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll tell you
I
why.
wouldn't say all of them. I think a couple of them might be in position to get it.
Ariel?
I don't know. It depends on because Mitch, right? Because Precious is out of here, right? You guys, to all the people that watch the podcast, I told the story why Precious, he's probably gonna be out of here. So no more Precious. Just put it like this. I'm waiting for the season to end, and I'm gonna put that clip out. But I wear Knicks gear every day, all day. So people talk to me. Like, I'm like a walking Knick billboard. So like people they want to talk, So that's just what it is. But I don't know. I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do. But Leon Rose is gonna do something. By the way, salute to Coach. I do see you in the building, Coach. Mr. Carl Anthony Towns. This dude was always talking about Towns. And HRM the Great says number 2 defense. You said Orlando has the number 2 defense? I thought the Clippers had the number 2 defense. I'll pull it up in a second. Also, I want to give a big salute to Fritz in the building too. Fritz, if you want to call up, feel free to call up. Fritz is the only guy. I'm not gonna say the only guy, but he's one of the few guys that's a part of the anti-Tibbs hive that I actually see where he's coming from, even though I disagree with him. So salute to Fritz. No, I do. I disagree, but I think that he has a good perspective because he's basically saying he doesn't think Coach Tibbs is championship material. So that's why he's not saying Coach Tibbs is not a good coach. He acknowledges the 50 wins. He's not taking none of that from him. He's like, I want to get the 60 wins, and I don't think Coach Tibbs is the guy to get me there. And that's where I want to go. So I want to get rid of him. I disagree with that, but I see where his perspective is. He's not just on some Ishbido type vibes like some of our people in the chat. So
hey, did any of you guys notice that? Remember when what's the other coach that left? Johnny what's his name?
Johnny Bryant.
Johnny Bryant. During every game he'd be in Tibbs' ear. Nobody's in Tibbs' ear no more. They're all sitting on the bench, like
I hate that so much.
You see, Maurice Cheeks is eating the sunflower seeds. And what else is on the bench doing whatever they're doing? No one comes up to him no more. In yesterday's game, the Asian coach,
yeah,
he raised his hand so he can talk to Tibbs when he's sitting on the bench, and Tibbs just walked right past him. So I don't see anyone getting up on the bench anymore, getting into his ear. So I think
to clear that up a little bit, Rick Brunson is the lead coach, so he's the only one that would go to Tibbs' ear. And I did see him going to Coach Tibbs' ear, but to be fair, also to what you're saying, he doesn't look like he does it as much as Johnny did. It looked like every other play Johnny was up there, like, hey,
Yeah.
But Rick does he does talk to Coach Tibbs, But that would be his assignment though. Nobody else's. The other guys, they got other jobs. But there's always the one coach that, the lead assistant is usually the guy that, relays the messages to the coach. So
Right.
I wonder how Brunson would do as a head coach.
What you talking about, Rick?
I wonder how we do. Former player, point guard, sees the game.
Point guards make the best coaches.
You know what I mean?
Point guards make the best coaches.
I'm thinking, why not?
Rick Brunson is the head coach?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust that.
Well, I don't think that would happen. I think that if they were to let go in a world where first off, if they're letting go of Tibbs, it's going to be amicably. It's not going to be.
They'll promote him to the front office, my guy.
Yeah, they'll promote him, or they'll make him resign. Sort of like what Jeff Van Gundy did.
Exactly. I don't.
Not that Jeff was forced, but Jeff Van Gundy resigned because he just signed his 3-year extension, and literally right in the middle, or like right before the second year, he decides, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. So I think that's how Coach Tibbs separating from the organization would look, going forward in the future. Yeah, I just can't see them just saying bye. And then whatever new coach they get, Rick Brunson will probably still be an assistant on that staff.
Yeah.
Because as long as Brunson's there, they ain't gonna get rid of his dad.
I got you, but I'm saying, why not make him the head coach? I mean, like Ty Lue, is he a great head coach? I don't think so. He had LeBron. Jason Kidd, he's all right.
Right.
Who else? I mean,
I think Jason Kidd is good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
The
his
reason
basketball
why
philosophies, but
no, I'm just saying what he did. Because remember, we never seen a team with two dominant guards do anything, right? And for him to take them to the finals, I never thought I would see that because
yeah.
I always felt like it's a clash. And they both don't play defense. How the hell you did that? That's crazy. That's one hell of a job if you had.
You're right. You're right.
That's
Well,
what, you know,
Knicks
so.
really
Even Mark
brought
Jackson's a good
up a good point. Tibbs might be grooming Rick Brunson.
Why not? Why not?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by grooming Rick Brunson? Knicks, new Knicks.
To be a new head coach, to be the next head coach in New York, and he's a former Knick too. I mean, look,
We don't know how he would coach though.
I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knew how Tyronn Lue coached, or Jason Kidd, or Mark Jackson, or any former point guard, or Isaiah Thomas, for that matter.
But that's what reminds me, right? Well, how would Rick Brunson look? I can't. I'm sorry, Dave. Listen, I get wanting to get rid of Tibbs, but I don't think I think he's got a lot more left in the tank than he normally does.
Nah.
I agree, and I'm riding with Robert too. He said you guys are throwing Tibbs under the bus. Hey guys, I tried to make this a positive Knicks show. How can we beat the Boston Celtics? Jay, did you say how we could beat the Boston Celtics yet?
Yeah.
You did?
We
I
need
can't
a
remember.
lot of threes and a lot of defense. And
A lot of
passing.
threes and a lot of
Here's
defense.
the thing. The Brunson pounding the ball thing, I think it's an issue for real. I mean, I see
Okay.
if he's pounding at the end of every quarter or in crunch time, when it's time for ISO ball, I get it. But during the actual game, Alonzo McCall, OG, Cat especially, and whoever else is on the floor is vital to us winning that game against the series against Boston. Because Boston, Detroit was a tough series again or whatever, but they're going to lose eventually, even in 7.
I'm glad you brought up the ISO ball because I was waiting for the because I think I spoke to Maxine, by the way, guys. We got the okay to do a Sunday show, but the Sunday show will be a members only show. That's what Maxine said. She said if you're going to do a Sunday show, it has to be a members only show. She is the executive producer of this channel. So remember, this is a good time to join the channel. If you want to be a part of it, I'm going to go in. I'm going to give y'all 10 reasons why we could beat the Boston Celtics. I was going to talk about ISO ball, right? Now, ISO ball, you got the Boston Celtics are the #1 ISO ball team in the league. They run the most ISO. Defending champions. The Knicks were like 6 on the list. I could actually pull it up if you guys want to see it. But in terms of ISO ball, the Knicks are not. Well, at least they're not like the top 5 in ISO ball, I should say. So, you know.
I think it's okay. All right, the ISO ball stats, or whatever, I get it, but on our team, there's only one person doing ISO ball. On Boston, they got at least 2 or 3 dudes clearing out one side and going to the basket. On our team, it's only Brunson.
Well, technically,
realistically,
it's really just Tatum. I'm going to keep it real
You
because
think so?
Tatum, this is what Tatum does. Tatum likes to operate from deep, from far out. I mean, he's 6'9". I don't understand it, but that's his game. He's shooting fadeaways from 20 feet out. He's the only one doing that. Everybody else, they running pick and pop, right? Derek Wright running pick and pop. Sometimes he freelances, but that's usually when the offense breaks down. Because Boston's job, this is their goal of their offense. They want open threes. That's it. That is the #1 goal, to get the open 3. So all of their actions is to get open 3. So when Jason Tatum cooks you on the perimeter, he's trying to make you to commit the cardinal sin, right? And I'm gonna talk about that on Sunday. Do not double team Jason Tatum. If you're double teaming Jason Tatum, you're cooked, because he also averaged like, I believe, 6 or 7 assists this year, or 5 or 6 something. And guess what? 86% of his assists were to 3-point shooters. So that's the whole goal of their offense. They want to suck in the defense, and so they can hit their corner threes. Have Pritchard takes like damn near 10 threes a game. So they only, it's really Tatum. You know, they do a lot of ball watching with Tatum, and the rest of those guys, usually have missions within the offense that's not based off ISO. But Jaylen Brown does run some ISO only when he has small guards on him, because Jaylen Brown wants to take you to the basket, right? Rarely do you say Jaylen Brown selling for threes. Now, that one game Tatum didn't play, Jaylen Brown was playing like Tatum. I couldn't believe it. He was hitting threes from, I'm like, damn, Brown don't play, and he don't normally play like this. But he also was injured too. So was that a cop-out because he didn't want to, go too hard because he got the knee thing? I don't know. But Brown usually is trying to get to the basket. Tatum, he wants to shoot from 20 feet out.
Yeah, no, this is going to be one of those series. This is going to be one of those
Give me a
series,
second.
right?
I got to find that. I'm going to put it on the screen. Give me one second.
All I'm going to say is Boston Knicks, right? I'm going to be the positive guy here. I said Knicks in 7, right? Whatever the game plan Detroit tried to execute against us, Boston is going to do it better. That's for sure.
You said whatever game plan they're going to do it better?
Yeah. Because it's Boston.
We don't got the better 3-point shooter in between KP and Towns.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Cat's been weird. I know it's his first time in a Knicks uniform in the playoffs. I'm not trying to dog Cat or anything like that, but Cat has been known to disappear in the playoffs. Let's be real here. He does have a track record of that. But wearing a Knicks jersey, if you could do good in the Knicks jersey in the playoffs, all those narratives about you go away.
But what happened with Cat the last game we played Boston? You don't think he figured it out? Remember, he balled out that game.
Yes, he did figure it out.
And you don't think he could take that into the postseason?
I think he could take it into the postseason. Cat's going to do a lot of posting up.
But that was with no Brunson. Cat was the number one option. So can you do it with Brunson?
You said that. Hold on. That because I'm looking for this thing. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on, guys. I do got another call. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me get this person on the line. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm from Toronto.
How's it going? What's your name?
Go Knicks, go.
Hello. I'm not sure what happened with that. Yeah, hello.
Yo.
Yeah, we had a troll. He said, "Go Knicks, go." At least he was like a positive Knicks troll. Anyway, go ahead. Where were we?
As I was saying before, I think most people would agree with me on this when I say it. This series as a whole, whether you like to agree with Tibbs or not, guys, forget about Mikal Bridges' disappearing act. Forget about everything. I'm just going to say this right here, right now. This team needs our support more than anything. And I
agree with that.
They need to be cheered. They need to be hopeful. I get it. We've been dooming all season, right? I mean, all season about this team, but this is not.
And this is not the time to doom. This is like we just won a series.
We just won a series, and I saw a lot.
Right, Jay. We just won a series.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the series is over. I mean, the high from that series is over. It's on to the next thing. I had a question. Does it really matter how we lose? If we lose the series, does it really matter?
Jay, to me, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter.
To me. It does not matter to me.
But to everybody else in the optics, they're gonna say, "Oh well, Tibbs is not good enough." But you see, you know what, Jay? Like you go back, right? So you know what times is like back to the. I think you said you started watching Knicks in the '80s, right? Or
82,
around that time, '82, right? So you know what patience looked like. You know what happened before Ewing got there. You know what happened when Ewing got there. You seen when Riley came. Today, we just want instant results. We want to get Kenny Atkinson and we want to go straight to the final. It don't work like that. I already told you guys, and I know Chris didn't agree with me on the NBA recession, but the NBA recession is here. Boston, second apron team, going in the third year being a second apron team. They're not going to be able to keep that team together. Cleveland Cavaliers is entering the same territory. So you want to blow things up. I think Leon Rose is going to keep us in the first apron. And another year in the first apron gives us another year. So sometimes you guys want to blow it up right away when the blessing is right around the corner. And if you could just add to this, let me go get another 6'9" guy. Or maybe Pacone Dadier develops and now he's good enough to put in the rotation. Or Kolek or whoever. Or we go get this piece because Leon Rose, you know, he does a good job at doing things like that. So I think that we gotta just relax. I think we're a little too like defeatist, and we're not allowing ourselves to see a bigger picture that exists. You know, so
True.
you know that's just how I see it, guys. That's just my take, and I'm trying to find where I put this thing at. But go ahead,
The thing with this franchise is that they always want to chase a star, you know, put them on the big stage, get the national games, maybe a big playoff run. I've never seen a team built like this. Never. Not through Pat, Jeff, Bianchi, Patino, and on and on and on and on. I've never seen a team built like this. And it's only the first year. So from my point of view, I think we're good. I want the chip this year. I don't want to get embarrassed by Boston, but at the same time, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Get a piece.
Exactly.
Get a piece to get Hart on that bench. Get like a true shooting guard. That can guard and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right.
Strengthen our bench.
Facts.
And let's get it. Because we're almost there.
I mean, take it one. Even okay. Look, you talk about the Knights, right? You went back to Bianchi and all of that. That's some old school. That's before my time, but I'm very familiar with it because I read up on it. But what we got to remember is that when Riley was here, right? What happened in 93, 94? Jordan retired. We went to the finals. Now, what happened in the finals is a whole nother story. Bottom line is, we're kind of on the cusp of that same thing happening. Boston cannot afford to keep that team together. They just can't afford it. It looks very nice. Pritchard coming off the bench and Horford, he might be out of there. More than likely he's out of there because he's a free agent. So a lot is going to happen in the next couple of years. And the way the NBA is structuring itself, they're trying to create parity. They want to be like the NFL. And it's just like the NFL where, remember that point in time where you always had a different champion every year?
Yeah.
That's what we have in NBA. A team could have went to the finals and now they're a 10th seed team. That's like football. You could go to the Super Bowl and next year get the first pick in the draft or get the top 5 pick in the draft. So there's opportunity for if you can stay consistent and hold out. And I think that's what Leon Rose is trying to do. Because these guys, it's not like these guys are old. We're not dealing with a 38-year-old Ewing. And we're like, oh, yeah, we got a 3-year window. You know, like that's not where we are.
I do think that personally, I do think that personally when it comes to the Knicks, right? Oh boy, I just want to see how this Boston series goes already. You know what I mean?
Well, guess what? You gonna get it. You gonna get it. You said what? Say hold on, JJ. Say that again.
I said Knicks in 7.
Let's go. That's how we riding tonight. That's how we riding tonight. If you guys are calling up in the chat, that should be your energy. This is New York City. This is your team. No matter what happens, you're supposed to be cheering for your team. That's one thing I give to them Detroit dudes. Even though they lost, they really believed they was going to win. Even though they were going to get cooked. They really believed it. And that's how you guys have to be. Because, we could win. Stranger things has happened. You know, and you just got to hold on to your faith, man. Captain showed you, man. Man, we got the best closer in basketball. When's the last time the Knicks had the best anything in basketball?
I've never seen it.
Never seen
Was
it.
was a lot. Maybe you know what I'm gonna say. Maybe that one year Melo was the scoring champion. We could say we had the best scorer. I don't
That's
know.
true.
Maybe
But
that
I will
one
say this,
year,
though.
but
I will say this, though.
it's rare. Go ahead.
If we get the Mikal Bridges that we got in Game 6, I'm scared for the Boston Celtics. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's a fact. That's a fact because now Tatum is going. If we can make Tatum play defense too, I think that's a win. You know, because sometimes he gets to relax because Brown, White, Holiday, they all doing the dirty work. Those three right there, like in terms of physicality, to me, like the call of my man New Nick said, soften, right? He said they were soft because they're
That's
more of
funny.
they're more of a finesse team. Outside of Jaylen Brown, they don't really. Then and Holiday on defense could be physical, but they're not a physical. They're not physical like that. Okay, Yuri, you was gonna say something,
right? Another thing too with Boston, right? Jaylen Brown banged up with a knee. Jason Tatum, wrist injury. KP, he just got his head cracked in the last Magic game.
Facts.
Drew Holiday, hammy.
So I got a question. All right.
If I'm the Knicks right now, right? I'm just speaking this for, if you're the Knicks and you see that injury list, you're going in healthy. Yes, let me repeat that. Healthy.
Major key.
Health is important in this series. Nobody likes to admit that. And I've
Facts.
actually talked to a few Boston fans in the server that I'm in. They said, I'm actually worried about the health of the Knicks, of our team. Because Drew Holiday's got a hammy, right?
That hammy's serious too.
Well, what kind of a grade is it? I didn't hear anything about the grade.
Nah, I mean, it's serious enough for him to miss most of the games in that first round. So, and it takes time to recover from a hammy. It's not a 1 or 2 week type thing.
Right.
So he's going to be hobbled coming into the series, even if he plays.
I got a question. So if you're OG and you guard Tatum, do you karate chop that wrist?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. That's basketball.
I mean, you do not on purpose, but on purpose by mistake. Just give a good shot.
I know if I was defending, I'm gonna be very aggressive. I know if I was defending, I would be very aggressive. I mean, I'm not saying OG's gonna do it, and I definitely found the stat guys. I've been here looking for this because you guys know how I get down. I like to put it on the screen. But yeah, I think that if I was defending him, Jay, I would definitely be very aggressive. You know, anytime I get to like nudge it, hey man, that's old school stuff, Jay. That's old school stuff. That's stuff they used to do. Yeah, that's stuff they used to do back in the day. Oh, you got a weakness? We gonna attack that weakness.
Chicken wing,
No, yeah, all of that was man. That's what it was. We attacked your weakness. So I got on the screen right quick, guys. I got the isolation stuff I was telling you about. Right. So, right now we looking at the regular season, and we gonna look at who runs the most ISOs. So for the regular season, the Boston Celtics, right, 10.9% of their possessions, they were the top 3 team in running ISO. Of course, the number 1 team was the Clippers and the Mavericks, right? Because the Mavericks, they have the 2 ball dominant guards. Of course, Luka got traded mid-season. Nonetheless, they run a lot of ISO. However, if you look at the postseason, right, you go from the regular season to the postseason, you would see that the Boston Celtics, Minnesota just took them over, but Boston was the number 1 team in the postseason and running isolation. Okay. The Knicks also was top 5, but then Minnesota just came out of nowhere. They kind of messed up my whole thing. But either way, Boston was running the most ISO in the postseason before Minnesota got up there. They run a lot of ISO. And when you got the star caliber player, I think that ISO is a part of the mix. But of course, you want to get other guys involved. And I think what Brunson figured out after the game 1, I think Brunson just needs to continue doing that, where he's getting 30, but also 10 assists. So I think Brunson's figured that out. And I think the Boston series is going to require these other guys going to have to step up because they're going to key in on Brunson. right? And we know Derrick White's going to get that assignment. They like to put Hardaway. They like to put Holiday on Towns. And so we got to, Towns got to abuse that too. If they putting Holiday on him, he's got to eat that up. He's too little to be guarding you. Like, come
I
on,
think Towns is just too awkward to take advantage of those mismatches. I don't know what it is, but it's
Man,
like
he
he
needs
can't
to
control his
figure it out.
arms or his legs. You know?
You think he can show his all? Yeah. You know what? You might have a point there. He's kind of like doofy too at times.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, yeah.
Maybe take some yoga or something, Maybe. I don't know.
He needs to figure it out. Listen, if Drew Holiday is guard, listen, when in the park, right? And I'm getting ready to start up my I'm gonna be recording the basketball too when I get outside, so you guys can see what it's like. But if I gotta do half my size on me, I'm putting you in the basket, bro. You're gonna have to foul me every play. There's no way you 6'11" or 7 foot and you got 6'2". No, Drew Holiday 6'5". Gotta relax. 6'5" Drew Holiday guarding you. Come on, man. That's a bucket. You know what I'm saying?
I think another important thing is no second chance points. Get that defensive rebound, because they get a second chance point, another three is going to go up. Another offensive rebound for them, another three is going to go up. So no second chance points.
Yep.
And I think we'll be all right.
Second chance threes.
Yeah, second chance threes, basically. Yeah. You got to be on them boards.
Because Boston shooting 50 a night. So,
yeah.
And that's their goal, to get an open three. So you give up the rebound, that's what you're giving up. It's crazy. I seen this team, them miss 5 threes in a row. They're going to shoot the 6-3. But here's another crazy part, Jay. They shut down the other team too. So now the other team can't even take advantage.
Yeah.
So both of us is just missing. And the other team can't take advantage of, because they play very good defense. They also play very good transition defense too. They're very good.
That's probably how they have so many attempts at the basket, because they get those offensive rebounds, kick it out, shoot again. Kick it out, shoot again. Kick it out, shoot again.
Yep. And they're a slow-paced team because they value their possessions, because like I said, on their possessions, they'll wait. They play a lot of ISO. Any team that plays a lot of ISO, more than likely you're not going to be a fast-paced team, because you're taking time off the clock to try to do your dribble thing, or you holding the ball. That's draining the clock. And you're going to find yourself in a lot of late clock situations. So, I think we should pick up the pace too. I think we should try to increase the pace, but not recklessly where we turning over the ball. Right? We got to protect the ball.
Man,
but I think we said?
Tell McConnell Bridges that, because, man, those passes he throws.
Yes. Yeah, and Hart too. Tell Hart that. Hart be wilding out too. I'm a dribble against 5 dudes. No.
Exactly.
Slow it down. Come on. Smart basketball. And Size 9 says, by the way, salute to Size 9 in the building. He said, they ain't no Pistons. That's one thing we know for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
All them open threes that Detroit got, do not give that to Boston. Please. They're shooting 37.5% in the playoffs against the Orlando Magics, and I'm going to figure out what defense they are. And the Orlando Magic, we know, had good defense.
I got one more question. On Boston, who do you double? If you're not going to double team Tatum, who do you double team? Who are you going to blitz? Who do you actually
Can't double team nobody. Can't double team nobody. And you got to guard Jaylen Brown, too. So this is what I keep saying. I'm going to say it not one last time. I'm going to say it again. What I would do, I would put Towns on Brown, and I would put Hart on KP. Why do you say that? That sounds crazy. KP is not a back down in the paint type of dude. He wants to pick and pop from 27 feet out and shoot 7-foot shots. So if I got KP posting up like he's Yao Ming in the paint, I'll live with that, because I don't want him killing me from 27 feet. That's where he really is a threat, right? It's to also take their focus away from the 3-point line. Right, that's one reason why I would consider doing it, because they're not going to run a lot of down low plays. But hey, you never know. With Joe Mazzulla, he might say, you know what, KP, just post up down low, because he's the type of coach to do. He's not afraid to go off of the the schedule and change it up.
He might run rings around Tibbs this series. You might run
That's
range
a whole
around him.
nother. See, that right
I'm
there
trying
is
to
a
tell
whole
you,
nother
man.
part I'm scared about because I've seen him do things that are so crafty. I'm like, damn, you know, like this dude is a really good coach. I mean, the Ume Udoka he's good, but I feel like Joe, he deserves his credit too because I think he's taking this team to another level with the schemes they run. Their philosophy is crazy. Like all traditional basketball people look at the Celtics and be like, 53s a game is too risky. But he's like, if I could get them to shoot 60, I'll shoot 60. Because look, we take the most, but we also make the most. Hard to beat that.
Yeah, it is.
Hard to beat that, you know? So that's how I would do it, though, just to play mind games. Maybe we don't do it for the whole game, but stretches throughout the game just to kind of throw a monkey wrench at them, just mix that up like that. Because Brown will never, I don't want to say never, but he rarely would take big guy. Anybody that's Brown size or bigger, he's going to look for a screen. He's not going to take him off the dribble. Anytime you see Brown trying to do isolation is when he has a smaller guy on him. So that's why I put Towns on Brown, because I think that if Boston's going to beat us, Brown has to be the MVP.
Exactly.
Because we don't really have no one to match up with Brown. We really don't. I love Bridges, but Bridges, he's going to have to really like get his weight up because Brown is taking him to the basket, bro. I'm telling you right now, he's taking him to the basket.
Anyway, I'm out of here.
All right, Yuri.
I will say this, though. Knicks in 7.
Go ahead. Knicks in 7. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. This is the Knicks call-up show, y'all. 646-995-8389. Call up and speak your mind. Let us know how you feel, man. Let us know how you feel, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here too. I'm driving, so I don't want to.
Oh yeah, Jay, handle your business, man. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock out there, man. You still got the rest of the night. Oh man, that's what's up, man. Salute to you, Jay. I appreciate you calling, man.
Of course, my guy.
All right, salute.
All right, peace.
So that's my man Jay Tapp from BK to the Bay. He actually came out to the watch party that we had. Speaking of watch parties, to all my Knicks fans, if y'all went to the watch party, because I'm thinking about going to one of those watch parties, do you have to buy tickets to go to the watch party? Let me know in the chat. I want to know if you have to buy tickets to go to the watch party that's on 33rd Street or wherever street it is. I think I want to go to one of those watch parties. Probably not game one, but I definitely want to go to one of those watch parties. I'm curious to know. Tatum could score 70 and not beat us. If Tatum is scoring 70, I think we lost size 9. I don't know where you're going with that. I'm trying to ride with you. Where are we going with that? OG to Brown, Tatum to Mikal. No Sadu. We saw when OG missed the game, right? That's another thing too with Boston. Like we hadn't been 100% against the Celtics. Like we had key players miss games. Like Mitch didn't play not one game against the Celtics. OG missed the game. Right? Did Brunson miss a game? I think Brunson might have missed the game against the Celtics. Yeah, the last game we played against them. Right? No, Brunson played that game. No, so Brunson played every game against the Celtics. Yeah, Brunson played every game. But when OG missed that game against the Celtics, I can't remember if that was game 2 or 3. Either way, OG didn't play the game. We had Bridges on Tatum. That's when Tatum went for 36. And basically, he was just muscling Bridges because Tatum wants to Tatum is an athletic freak, so he will use his physicality, not always to go to the basket, but he was putting Mikal in the blender, hitting all types of fadeaways in his grill, and he was on fire from 3, though. He was on fire from downtown that game, but we seen Mikal on Tatum. Now, it is the postseason, and Mikal is a little bit more confident. I'm willing to give him another shot. I'm just telling you based off with the past, but things can change. Hey, maybe that is the go-to. Maybe that is the go-to. Let me see what you guys talk about. None of you guys go to the watch party, man? I'm curious to know. We do got a call. Let me get this call in the building. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, hey, man. What's up? My name's Robert, calling from San Jose, California.
Salute to Robert in the building from California, man. How's it going, man? Talk to me.
Good, bro. I'm just excited we got through the Pistons, but man, it was kind of rough, you know. I think we need to see Towns step it up, you know, especially against Boston.
Okay. Okay, you got a little echo. Could you turn back the turn down the
Yeah,
background?
got it.
No problem.
Got it.
No problem. No problem. So you say you want to see Town step up?
Yes, I think Towns needs to step up a bit and low post a little bit better in the game. I know JB's got to handle the ball and stuff, but you know, Towns got to get in the mix, especially against Boston. But I think we
Facts.
can beat Boston.
Let's
I
go.
think
That's
we
what I
can
want to
match up,
hear.
you know, game 7. I think
That's what I want to hear.
listen, I think we can match up with their defense. We can do this, man. But Tibbs, you know, he's got to trust in the bench too. You know, just don't wear out our guys and know when to sub and get somebody out there. You know, because I think you know we get a good start from our starters at the beginning, and then once that third quarter comes, you know if we can get something from Deuce, you know, and from Payne, and get some confidence in them, and also if they could bring the defense too. I think we
Yeah.
can match up well. I think people are doubting us too much. I think this
No,
time around
I
it's
agree.
gonna be. Listen, this time around I think it's gonna be different.
I agree with you, and also like to add to what you're saying about the bench. I think that him playing 8 guys, I don't got a problem with it, but I do think the guys he is playing should play more, right? You could
Right.
play those guys more minutes. That's one. 2, I think that the 8-man rotation shouldn't be locked in stone. I think that if Campaign doesn't have it tonight, let me give DeLon a shot. Precious Achua, I felt like Precious would have helped us a lot to get in that Pistons series because Tobias Harris was looking like his former self, you know, when he was putting
you
in
know,
work.
I was
you know?
tripping out. Like, why is this old ass dude bully balling Towns? You're 7 foot. Why can't you
Right.
get yourself in the low post? But
Right.
again, you know, that's coach's job. You got to tell him, hey man, you got to muscle up down there. Stop shooting on the
Facts.
outside so much.
Facts.
So I hope
Hey,
that
but also
changes.
coach's job too. Don't forget Josh Hart guarding Harris. Don't forget that. Josh
Yeah.
Hart guarding Harris in the post. That's what Harris wants. We've seen that. We know he wants to post up smaller guys. Why put a smaller guy on him? Let me put pressures on him. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Well, great show, man. I'm gonna keep listening, and thanks for my call, man.
I appreciate you calling in, man. We're here every Friday, 10:45 on the East Coast time. That might be 7:45 for your time. So I look forward to your calls in the future, my brother.
Peace. Go Knicks, man.
Let's go.
JB MVP.
JB MVP. I'm riding with you. Let's go.
All right, bro. Late.
Salute. All right, man. That was my man out of California. I forgot his name, but salute to my man out of Cali who just called in. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. This is the Knicks Call-Up Show. Sunday, I'm doing a members-only show. Maxine, she gave me the memo. I try to open up for you guys, so that's another reason to join the membership. I'm gonna do a deep dive on the Celtics series. I watch so much Celtic basketball, you would think I'm a Boston Celtics fan. I watch their games, and I'm like, I know what they're going to run. They run the same thing, and nobody can stop it. So there's some things I see. I'm going to put that together. I'm going to try to watch, like, at least 2 games tomorrow, and I might do a condensed game tonight after the show because I really want to see, because I only watched 2 games of the Magic series. I didn't really have a lot of time to watch the Magic series, and I want to see what happened in that series because the one game I did see that I remember, I know they ran the 8. Yeah, matter of fact, I got it on the screen right now. This game I saw, right? This was game 2, right? So in game 2, the Celtics only ran 8-man rotation. They said, screw that. We're not opening up the bench. We only playing 8 guys. Now, this is also a game that Tatum missed. So that may have played because I think Hauser does play every game. Let me see. But I do remember distinctly this game, them only playing 8 guys. But I'm pretty sure Hauser, so they probably run a 9-man rotation because I know Hauser is a key guy in the mix. Let me see. Let's go to his game logs. Yeah, he's played every game, so they run a 9-man rotation. But people criticize Coach Tibbs. He's going 8. All right, so he's not adding an extra guy to the rotation in the playoffs because he said, "I'm gonna stick to these. These are my 9 guys," and that's what Joe did. But I think that Coach Tibbs should have went to Precious. In that Pistons series. I'm not saying for the Celtics series. I don't know because you got Mitch there, and I think that if he doesn't want to play Precious, then he has to play Mitch more. And he definitely has to play the double big lineup when they go big. When the Celtics go big, he has to go big. Do not go small because that's what killed us. When Luke Cornett, who remembers again, I think that was game 2. Because I know we did most of the live play-by-plays for the Celtics game where we watched the games together. And Luke Cornett killed us that game. He had 8 points. He had 3 offensive rebounds. Oh, imagine if Mitch was out there. That wouldn't have happened. Even in Precious, I felt like he didn't play Towns and Precious in that game. So he's going to have to put size. You're going to have to be able to match what Boss is doing because they can play big and small. They don't play one way. Right? They'll mix it up on you. And their job, like I said, they're trying to get open threes and they're popping from 22 feet out. They got a center who's shooting threes from 27 feet out. Al Horford loves the corner. So you can't forget about him. He'll kill you. Pritchard is shooting like 9 threes a game. Right? And he orchestrates off pick and roll, pick and pop situations. They got 4 pick and roll, pick and pop situation dudes on their squad. Do got another caller. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? This is Hector from Jersey.
Salute to Hector from Jersey, man. Great to have you in the building, Hector. Talk to me, man. What's going on, man? Like, how you feeling right now? Are you in a good mood? Do you feel like we're gonna make it happen in terms of the Knicks and their postseason aspirations? What's going on?
I feel like we can make it happen, man. I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Let's go.
We got a lot of obstacles. But man, the only thing that we have to focus on is not leaving nothing on the table. We gotta use all our chips. That's one thing that Tibbs don't do. He gotta use everything that he has in his arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, especially when all these guys played for you the most of the year because your bench was beat up. So you trusted Precious. You trust DeLon Wright, even though DeLon Wright came later in the year, right? Maybe those 2 guys, you might have to implement them at times when these other guys are not performing. So I'm not mad at him for playing the 8 guys, but I'm just saying, like, you can't continue to go with campaign when he's not doing nothing for you, So I agree that he should open up the bench more. So are you on are you a part of the anti-Tibbs hive? Do you want Tibbs out of here? Do you want him fired?
Oh, yeah, I'm 50-50 with it. By the way, I didn't even say it. I'm HRM the Great, by the way. So, I mean, my name is Hector, but AKA.
Hey, man, listen, man, I should have known that, man. HRM the Great, man. Salute. Great. Yo, man, is this your first call? No, this is not your first call. You called up before, right?
No, it's first time.
Oh, this is your first time? Okay, cool. Oh, man, that's what's up, man. Hey, man.
I'm listening.
Yes. You go back. I remember that. You go way back. Okay, cool, man. That's what's up, man. You enjoying the new mug in the I think you got a mug and you won the giveaway, right?
Yeah, I got the shirt too. The shirt's fire.
Shirt is fire. Yeah, man. Guys, y'all got to get the shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com, man. Go get you a mug or something, man. It's fire. But so okay, cool. So I'm trying. All right. So HR the Great. I know you in the Discord now. Were you? Wait, hold on. Refresh my memory. Where were you? Were you positive about the Pistons? Like, where were you on the Pistons series? Because I can't remember because there was a lot going on in the Discord. Refresh my memory. Were you?
We could beat them, but it was just frustrating, Like it's like you see what's going on and you're just like you can't believe what you're watching sometimes, and then the next thing you know,
right,
they put it together, and it's a roller coaster. You know how the Knicks are.
Right. Nah, definitely a roller. Yeah, hey, that series was definitely a roller coaster. Oh my God. I'm like, man, yo, why can't we just win and get it over with? But ups and downs, and Detroit, they play a lot better than I thought. So for sure, and their veterans. I mean, I did not expect Tobias Harris and Dennis Schroeder to beat us. Well, I can't say Harris beat us, but definitely Schroeder played a role in beating us those 2 games. But man, so okay, so where are you on the Celt? Now that we're done with Detroit, right? Where are you on the Celtics series, right?
Listen,
Do you
man,
feel like? Go ahead.
we could lose in 5, or we could take it in 7. It's there's no in between with us, man. It's either
That's true.
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I feel like we got a couple things that we need to flip on them. We got to put the pressure on them. I would let JT. We gotta like overflow JT with all the responsibilities, man. We can't let Derek White beat us, man, because that guy is always killing us. He's always hitting them big shots. He's always making the right pass at the right time. I want to
Facts.
put all the pressure on Jason Tatum, because I don't think he can handle it for all 7 games like JB does. Like we letting these
Yes.
guys slide way too much. We letting them get away with
Facts.
murder.
Yo, I agree wholeheartedly, because I'm not sure if you was on. You probably did check into the live play-by-plays. I was down there having meltdowns because we had the 6 keys to victory, and it's like they not doing it. They not. And it can be done. I mean, we've seen Boston look very vulnerable to other teams, right? We've seen it. So why? We know that they take us seriously, so we know they get up for us. But at the same time,
you know how many times I picked Derek White to go on the over on points and assists? This guy's a killer, man.
He's a killer.
He's their X factor. And I also want Cat to body Holiday, man, because Holiday's hamstrings, they're not great. So
right.
put the weight on him, make him work, and hopefully that shit pops. I don't know.
Right, hit him with the little, a shimmy or something. He got to do something. There's no way. First off, I'm Tibbs.
I'm tired of seeing Cat getting shut down by Holiday on the post.
It's crazy.
That's unacceptable.
Nah, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. But like the Detroit series, Tibbs, I got to give him credit because he did start putting in little wrinkles for Towns to get the ball closer to the basket, especially to start games, right? That's why Towns, you notice, like even the games he has 10 points, it always be in the first half because they're trying to get him the ball. But then after that, hey, he gets lost sometimes. But I think that against Boston, he will, take advantage more of Holiday. So I do got a question there. So it could be Knicks in 7 or Celtics in 5. So how do the Knicks beat Boston in your eyes?
I would say we got a relief. We got to give JB some relief, man. We can't put it all on JB's hands. We got to get more ball handlers out there. I want to see DeLon Wright play some more. I want to see Mikal Bridges run some offense. I want to see Cat run some offense. Like we can't let JB take the whole burden on his shoulders the whole series, man. He's not gonna last like that. We gotta play a complete game, like a complete team game. We gotta pass that ball, make the extra pass. We gotta play their game, basically. Like we're actually models like them. Let's play like them a little bit. We never.
I agree with that. Yeah, you can't allow Brunson to be even though, like I always say, dribble, 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 because I'm kind of like trolling, but I would prefer everyone to have it rolling. I don't want to see Brunson have to do it all, by himself, man, by himself.
I feel like that game 2 versus the Pistons, like they said they must have had like a meeting or something with Tibbs afterwards. I feel like something clicked after that game because it's just obvious, man. Like we can't continue playing hero ball like this. Our best game is when we're playing all together, when everybody's included. It's been proven so many times.
Facts.
We just gotta do it.
Facts, man. So I'm gonna let you get your final words out, man. Hey, I'm the great man. Yo, this is great having you call up. Great hearing your voice. Glad you enjoyed the mugs.
With Yuri and Jay, but I was a little.
Oh, okay. I feel you, man. Listen, man. Next time, Yuri's always up here, so and you already know we here every Friday, so I ain't gotta tell you that. And you also in the Discord, so I'm also gonna be doing a members only show Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna do a super deep dive into this Boston stuff. and we're gonna talk about that on Sunday. So definitely, if you're around, I see you or you catch the replay. You know how we do.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
I'll be
man.
there.
Salute,
All right,
man.
be easy.
All right, peace.
Peace.
That was HIM the Great. Keep the calls coming. I do got some calls I got to get back to. Mike, I'm definitely coming to you soon. Next. But I did miss another call. I'm gonna come to this call. Then I'm gonna get my man Mike. Hopefully this guy answers. But keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, what's going on? This is a kid from Coney Island. What's the deal?
Salute. You said this is who from Coney Island? Jay?
Me. This is Il Bill right here.
Oh, Bell. Okay, copy. Got you, man. Coney Island in the house. Kings County. What's up, man? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
I just started listening in the beginning of the show, right? I'm kind of
Okay.
tight right now, right? How can you say that Rose and the coaches on the hot seat and they made this team who they are right now, an identity? There's no way in the world they're gonna demolish everything. It just started. It took Boston, what, 4 years, 5 years?
I've been saying that. Brother, I've been telling these fans that they just want, you know what it is? They want instant results. They want you to go to the championship, boom, right then and there, which could happen because the players ain't over. But I'm just saying, if it's not happening, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. But I agree with you, what you're saying. I said that. Back-to-back 50 wins. How you going to get rid of Coach Tibbs right now? Like, how you going to get rid? Like, how, you walk into a meeting, oh, yeah, we lost in the second round again. We know Boston's on the decline, right? We know Cleveland's also a second apron team. They're not going to be able to sustain those two organizations for much longer, right? So why can't we take our time, add another piece next year, and continue to move? And I agree with you, brother.
Not used to that. New York, we ain't used to sitting down, relaxing, and thinking. We always rushing. And we don't have that. Look at every team we had, except for the Liberty. Is that crazy?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Every person that's talking about firing Tibbs and Rose are Jet fans, Allen fans, or Ranger fans. They don't know nothing about basketball. They never played the game. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you,
family. Game with Steph and ABC and Flames back in '89.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was in the Flames too.
Yeah,
I was in the Flames back, but I was 99, so I'm behind you. But yeah,
89, bro. Me and Steph playing the same team together. We the same building. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, I know the game. I played at the concrete jungle. I did all of that. I ain't saying I know everything, but saying as a business, nah, bro. If they fire everybody, guess what happened to the Knicks? Laughing stock.
Facts.
Back over again.
Facts.
Back over again.
Look at the Nets.
Look at the Nets. They had every all-star. It never done nothing.
Yep. Facts. That's your example.
Yeah,
exactly.
They rush. Like how our coach did. We had mad coaches that never done nothing right. The last person was Woody.
Right, exactly.
Who they want? Mark Jackson? Nah.
But remember what happened to Woody? They let him go because Phil came in with a triangle that never worked.
That's dinosaur age. That's not
okay. Good. I got you back. You broke up a little bit, but we got you.
Yeah, all right, man. I'm in the tour bus right now on my way to Miami to drop these people. I can't tell you who on the bus, but let me go because I think it's this big storm. That'd be good, bro. I'm gonna start calling up. I'm doing the road.
Handle your business, brother.
Road, bro. All right,
no doubt, man.
1, 2.
Salute, family. Salute.
All right, 1.
Kings County. Let's go.
1.
All right, that was my man Bell out of Coney Island. Kings County representing tonight, man. Let's go, man. We listen, we're gonna start a borough wars too. Let's see who got the most callers from each borough. Hold on, I gotta get my man Mike from PA. Hopefully he's still around. Harlem the PA. Let me see if I get Harlem the PA in the building. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server.
Yo.
Hello, caller. Hey, my man Mike from PA, from Harlem the PA. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Talk to me, man. How we feeling? I know how you feeling, but let the people know How you feeling right now,
Oh, I
man?
feel amazing, man. I tell you one thing. I feel way better than that sore Thompson's ankles right now. I feel amazing.
Let's go.
I feel amazing. I feel incredible. All my bones feel in place. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a cast.
I can walk.
I can walk stable. Nobody got to wheel me around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I just want to celebrate this win. You know, I could talk
Thank
about
you.
all the negative things and stuff like that, but listen, if we do all those things in this next series and still come out with the same results, you won't hear a peep from me. So
there you go.
I really want to celebrate this win, man. I'm so excited, and I really want to give Jaylen Brunson his props, man. There's been a lot of people who have spoke negative things about him in the media, you know what I mean, online. They said, you know, he wasn't worth the money. He can't take this team far. He's overrated. And, you know, to their credit, when you see the things that when you look at the NBA as a whole, he doesn't have a lot of the strengths that everybody else has. He is smaller in stature than everybody else. He's not as fast as other players. He's not maybe as strong as other guards at his position. But man, this dude got willpower. And he's Jordan-esque.
He's Jordan-esque.
Yeah, fam. When you got that killer mentality, that might be the best ability to have. You can have all the physical attributes, but when you got the type of mentality that Jaylen Brunson has, you come up with those type of results, man.
I agree.
Incredible.
I agree.
Incredible.
And he might got the best footwork. I'm saying it.
Yeah, now those are things that you can work on, right? Those are things that you can work on as skill wise. That's not something you necessarily. I mean, there might be people who are born with that type of ability, but that's something that you work on.
You can work on, especially if you start young.
Height. Yeah,
you can't work on height. Yeah, you can't work on height.
So that's what I'm saying. That all pertains to willpower. That's keeping yourself in the gym, putting the work in. Not many people willing to do that.
No.
There's not many people willing to do that. And we're lucky, man. We're so lucky, bro, to have him as a point guard on our team, man. It's incredible what he's able to do, fam. That was incredible.
Bro, that shot, man. Oh, my God, bro.
The whole series. I mean, y'all really got to stand back and look at what he did this whole series. Incredible, fam. He's amazing. He's amazing. I've had people who had argued with me these last few years who were telling me he wasn't a superstar. This is when he got traded. I was like, yo, this guy is special. I'm telling you, this guy is special. And they was like, man, you bugging. This dude ain't no superstar. They've had to call me and apologize. And these are Lakers fans calling me and apologizing. You know what I mean? Yo, this dude is special. He's amazing. So I'm just happy about that, man.
Right. Thank God for tampering and he's
hey,
no, but to be
listen, if there's one thing we're gonna give Tibbs credit for, it's that.
Yeah, listen, man, we deserve the fine. When we first got the fine, I was like, oh, they hating on us. But come on, dude. When the agent is your dad's first client. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start seeing stuff like that, come on, dude. You got to get fined. I ain't mad at it because in the NBA, this is what it's about. This is what the Lakers is doing. So finally in New York, we get nepotism. We see, we get the bask in the fruits of it because, other franchises do it. That's a part of the game, Yeah. That's a part of the game. And then and Brunson, too, to add to what you were saying, he's like I had to give my man Mike Francesca the business from WFAN. He's a legend. Salute to him. Yeah. I had to give him the business on the pod because he was getting on Brunson with the dribble. And so my thing is, if these guys ain't doing nothing with the ball, because Brunson from games 2 through 6 started facilitating. I mean, get everybody else involved first. I remember the one game, not sure if that was 3 or 4, he was the last one to score. Because he's trying to get everybody else involved, right? But if these dudes are not hitting shots, dude, it's time for last year's Brunson. I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I got to get buckets. Y'all not scoring.
And
I'm efficient. Y'all just standing around waiting to see what I'm going to do. Nah, listen. When their shots is not falling, we need more Brunson. Period. Now, yes, we want the ball to move. We know the Knicks are better when the ball moves. Like, that's not a debate, right? I'm not here to act like, oh, yeah, we don't need to pass the ball. No, we need to pass, especially against Boston. We definitely need to pass the ball. So I just feel like, I'm glad that one narrative might, he's small. He's undersized. I'm glad that went in the trash because I'm like, dude, he's 6'2". The average point guard height is 6'2". What are you talking about? Like, what are y'all talking about? He's a point guard. But you don't say that about Steph. You don't say that about Ja Morant. Why are y'all saying that about a Brunson? But now, because we seen him cooking for the last 3 years, that narrative went in the trash. Because every time Doris Burke said it, I swear to God, I just wanted to break my TV.
Yep.
I swear to God. Salute to Doris Burke. I love her. She's great. But every time she said he's undersized, oh, my God. So
hey, you know why I love this series so much? Because everybody, including myself, because you heard me a couple of months ago talking about Asar Thompson.
Yes.
Raving about how great Asar Thompson is on defense, even though I had his brother Aman as a little better defender. But, people all over the league was ranting and raving about him. And that was his primary defender this whole series. And he's a way taller player. Played physical, obviously a little less experienced, but you got to give him credit. He's a very decent, even if you don't think he's a great defender, he's a decent defender, and he's a lot bigger than Jaylen Brunson.
Facts. 5 inches tall.
Yeah, to be exact. Yeah. So, and he cooked them.
He cooked them, and he cooks everybody. Listen,
Brunson
cooks everybody. Listen, there's no defender. There's no one guy. Dyson Daniels. Wasn't Dyson? He was most improved, right?
Yep.
He got cooked. Whatever defender you want to say, oh, yeah, this guy's guarding Brunson. Nobody could guard Brunson one-on-one. His team is team defense. And that's what the Celtics are going to try to do. So, I didn't want to hear no one try to downplay JB. JB is, listen, I'm saying it. JB is a superstar. He is a people don't want to hear it. He's the most clutch player in basketball. He has the best playoff numbers. If there was a playoff MVP award, he would win it. He would win it. So, I mean, Jaylen Brunson, he's spectacular. And New York City, we need to appreciate the fact that we got a player like this who signed for the low so he could get his boys on the team. Who is doing that?
Yeah.
I'm going to sign for the low so you could get my peoples more.
Yep.
Come on, man. That's why he's the captain, man.
Honorable as well. And
honorable.
The Jordan Nets thing, it's not something to try to be cliche. It's literal fact. This series is proof of that. The only other person who has done what he has done this series is Michael Jordan.
Big facts.
It's what it is. Statistically, it is what it is. We just got
to go back 30 years.
Yeah.
And how many players have been in the league since then? Listen, man. The man is great. He's the best clutch player in basketball right now. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going there. He should be all NBA first team. Yeah. I don't give a damn about we got to put this person, that. Nah. Nope. He has to be first team. I mean, come on, dude. What Brunson is doing, incredible, man. Incredible.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. But I would definitely say this: context is key, and his numbers. When you look at his numbers throughout the season and how he's been able to amp it up. Everybody give Jimmy Butler credit for amping it up the way he do during the playoffs. The way he's able to turn it to another level in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's an ability in itself, man. That's superpower.
Superpower, bro. I mean, the man goes in the locker room. He tweaks the same ankle that kept him out a month. He goes into the locker room, comes out of the locker room, puts on his cape like Coach Tibbs says, and then proceeds to put up 15 points.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's
a movie.
This guy, what is he, a video game dude?
He's a video game character, man.
Come on, man. This then he got the best like turnaround fadeaway shot in basketball. Him and Luka. I feel like him and Luka. I don't know who created that little subtle turnaround. I don't know what they called it. It's like a pivot turnaround they both do. Like they kill you with it. Just like a out of nowhere they turning on you and hitting the fadeaway joint. Him and Luka, they were like the first two I see do it like that. You know, I don't know between the two who did it first, but yeah. What remind you of?
It remind me of if you watch baseball when a pitcher throws a changeup.
Okay.
It's really subtle, but the change in speed when they doing that pivot, it really like his ability. I mean, you saw what he did. I mean that stop on the dime for that.
Stop on the dime.
Yeah, that change in speed, he got that down pat, man. I mean, he probably, if not, top, the top or at least top 3 players in the league.
Maybe what, him and Kyrie,
Kyrie, and even SGA. SGA is able to.
SGA is phenomenal. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, SGA is up. Yeah, those 3 right there. SGA. There. Oh my God, SGA. I said this, and I'm not sure if Big Dog Talk Sports is in the audience. But to me, SGA is looking like a Jordan 2.0. Not that he's better than Jordan, relax. I'm saying the way he operates in mid-range, how he can get to his spots. And like you said, that shiftiness and the ability to pivot and turn. And I haven't seen nobody at 6'6" do that since Jordan. Maybe Kobe, but I don't know. He gets a smooth 30. I feel like Kobe kind of like was a little bit more like, I don't want to say forcing it, but not as efficient. Yeah, I say it like that.
He's working.
Not as efficient. Yeah. SGA is just like effortless. He just gets to the mid range, right? Dude's trying to bump him. You can't get him off his spot. Jordan's the only one I've seen do it better than that. Now, he's not dunking like Jordan. That's different. But I'm just talking about the way he operates in the mid range.
He's like Wizards Jordan.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah,
Jordan was different. Like people don't give Wizards Jordan credit. Wizards Jordan was, masterpiece basketball from the
mid-range God. And he had a little bit more size on him too, so you definitely wasn't moving him. You was not moving MJ. So yeah, I think those 3 right there, SGA, Brunson, Kyrie. The best 3 in the whole game,
fan,
for sure.
So, I'm thankful about that. Now going into this next series,
right? Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you feeling about the Boston.
This next series now, the X factor is going to be Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns. Because realistically, no big man on that team should be able to see Karl Anthony Towns when he's in his offensive bag. No, I don't think anybody over there can stop him.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So we need him. We need Karl Anthony Towns to be dominant.
Yeah.
And we need to play physical ball. I mean, we kind of actually turn into Detroit.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yup, we definitely got to be like a better Detroit though. But just the way Detroit.
Yeah, smarter Detroit.
A smarter Detroit.
Physical, but smarter.
Yep. Not just wasting fouls either.
Yeah, no. Strategic. Very strategic and very physical. And we could change the tide of the narrative that's spoken of with this team, because they're stylistically they match up well with us. What they do, their strengths complement all of our weaknesses.
Right.
So what we need to do is really knock them off their horse a little bit and say, okay, we're not going to let y'all get away with that, even if we got to play dirty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree because we got way better offense than Orlando. Defensively, we not as good as Orlando, but we are a much improved defense post All-Star break. So, bring that into the series. So do you got this? What's your prediction game? If you want to give one, what would be?
All right. So listen, I know Yuri be getting mad when I give my predictions, but hey, my predictions been coming to life.
Okay, not facts.
Coming to life.
Not facts.
All right. People gonna be crazy on this one. People gonna think I'm crazy on this one. We taking game one. We taking game one straight out the back.
Oh, let's go. I'm riding with you, man.
We taking game one straight out the back.
Let's go. Let's go. Punch him in the mouth.
Game?
Yeah.
It's in the way game? Yeah, we taking game one off the back.
Punch him right in their mouth. I'm with that.
Yeah. I think because this win that we got was a pretty, it was of course it was down to the wire. I think what happens is with this team, when they see like several things go wrong, I don't know what it is, but with the Knicks, when they mess up bad, why does it take for us having to mess up for us to come together and figure out a game plan? I feel like, and this is what it could be, and I'm not gonna harp on it, but this is what it could be. I think Tibbs trusts in his players a little bit too much.
That's deep.
Yeah. I think he trusts in his players a little bit too much in order for them to just know what to do. I think he believes that they're supposed to already know what to do, and a lot of them are their IQ. They have. Maybe he's putting the onus on the captain. Maybe he's doing
that. You know what? That's a great question because I feel like that could be the detriment at times where he trusts his 9-man rotation so much that he's not willing to go outside of that rotation. And I think that's a problem because if Campaign doesn't got it, put in DeLon, right? I think he needs he could play 8, he could play 9, but just don't be so committed to the same 8 and 9 when these guys haven't performed. Like Landry Shamet, what did he do in the first round? Okay, first 2 games happened, I'm going to replace him with Precious. I just think that you got to show a little bit of flexibility. But I do, on the screen, I do got the Boston game. This was the game 4 when we went to OT against them. Not sure how many guys remember that, but I put this on the screen because you was talking about Towns. This was the game where Towns finally found his offense. 34 points, 14 rebounds. He only took 3 threes.
Yeah.
All right. He was 14 of 21 from the field. So all of that was inside.
Yeah, that's changed.
So he's shown that he can do it. And it's the postseason. I'm hoping that he can do more of it because realistically, he's the best center on the floor. The only thing KP does better than Karl-Anthony Towns is block shots. That's it. Outside of that, Towns does everything else better than KP.
And
if
that
you
game,
ask me,
that was without Mitch, right? That game.
Mitch didn't play that one. Well, no, Mitch did play this game. I forgot. He did play this game.
That game.
Somebody he did.
Was missing, though, right? Was there somebody missing?
Let me see. We had no. We actually had everyone this game.
We had full squad that game.
We had a full squad, and Precious didn't play, but he wasn't hurt though. So, Ariel was hurt, and we're not gonna count that. But we're not gonna count that.
Full squad.
We had the full squad. We went to OT.
We went to OT. Off of a Jason Tatum.
Bro, no, but wasn't this when no, wait, did Brunson get hurt this game? What game did Brunson get hurt?
I feel like somebody was missing. Maybe somebody got hurt within the game. Even if it was for a short stint.
Am I losing my memory? No, Brunson came back from injury this game. Let me see. Bridges, 38, 41. Nah, everybody was there.
Everybody was there. Okay. What? So
everybody was there.
You were supposed to win that game. we had was that the foul game?
I think it might have been the foul game.
That was the foul
Hold
game.
on.
That was the foul game.
I'm going to the play-by-play right now. Let me see.
It's a,
Why I don't remember this game? Only thing I remember about this game was Towns went off.
yeah.
Let me see. Brunson makes the 26-foot three-pointer. No. Okay, I see what happened. So, we really lost by 5, but Brunson hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to make it a 2-point game. Hey, I would do the same thing, man. Let me pad my stats. But the only reason why I went to this game was because Towns went off. That's why I went to this game. Because I mentioned it earlier. And but KP also had a solid game too. KP also had 34.
Something like that. Right?
Yeah, he went off. Cause what happened was KP, he was just straight popping too. And I remember he had one stretch. KP made 8 threes this game. He hit like 4 threes in the third quarter. Something crazy. Like KP was on fire, bro. Like he was killing us.
This is the problem. They have about 6 or 7 players that can shoot just as good or better. I would say the majority of them can shoot better from the 3-point line than our top 2 players.
You know what? Let's fact check that. Let's fact check that because I ain't gonna lie. I think we were like 6 or we finished 6th or 7th in 3-point percentage. So we're no slouch ourselves. We just don't take as many threes as them. So they do a better job at making threes and in terms of at the volume. So they take more, they make more, even if we shoot a similar percentage. I'm gonna pull that up right now though, so we can see. I got the traditional stats right here. Let me get out of the playoffs. Let me go to regular season. We're gonna go 3-point percentage. So 3-point percentage, the Knicks is 8th. And we actually had a higher percentage than them. The Celtics are 10th. I didn't even realize the Celtics were 10th.
Right.
So we actually shoot a better percentage than the Celtics. I mean, it's slightly better. It's basically the same.
It's basically
the same.
right there. It's basically the same. And would you say we probably shoot 3 times as much more than us?
They definitely shoot because we shot how many threes we shot? We shot what 36.9, and they shot. Let me see. No, hold on. Wait. 3-pointers attempted. Let me get in the right column. So we shot 34 and they shot 48. So they're shooting 14 more threes. So yeah, they're a better 3-point shooting team than us. But we're not slouches though.
No, we're not bad. I mean, for that game and that you're talking about, that's the game in particular, right? That's not for the season.
No, I'm saying for the season. No, that's season stats.
So season stats, we take on average 30 something.
We take 34. They take 48. So we shoot 14 less.
Sure, 14 less. Okay. I would like to see, and you don't got to do it now, but I definitely would like to see how many threes they shoot, particularly against us.
Oh yeah, I could do that real quick. I'm gonna be talking about this on Sunday. So the members only show guys, I'm gonna be going in on the Boston joint on Sunday because I just watched too much goddamn Boston basketball, and I really don't like Boston. So having to watch and listen to their commentators and they do a good job though. I think they do got a good commentary team. But I just was like, damn, why am I listening to this? You know, it kind of hit me like that. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Jason Tatum a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like a robot or something.
Well, you know what? I rock with Tatum because he went to Duke and I'm a Duke fan. So you know, I'm a Duke fan. I'm sorry, man. I know you guys. Some of you guys don't want to hear that, but that's my. But hold on. But to those that don't know the story, the reason why I am a Duke guy is because of Jordan, the bald-headed guy out of Chicago. Blame him. He was so much better than everybody else. I had to go to Duke to find a dude to try to be better than him. So when Grant Hill was coming up, I was like, yes, Grant Hill is going to be better than him. But at the time, I wasn't watching college basketball. So I asked everybody, where did Grant Hill go to school? Guess where he went to school?
Duke.
So that's why I became a Duke fan. And I never seen Grant Hill play Duke ever. I never seen him play in real time because I wasn't watching college basketball. But I said, you know what? I'm a Duke fan. And that's just how I became a Duke fan. It's crazy, right?
That's crazy. Hate driven.
So wait,
hate driven.
What you said?
I was gonna say hate driven fandom.
No, facts. Yo, honestly, as an adult, I never owned a pair of Jordans.
For real?
Never. I would never wear a pair of Jordans. Are you kidding me? That's the arch enemy right there. There's no way I could do it.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do it, bro. Ones, twos, I don't know nothing about that. Get that out of here, B. I had the Ewings. Get that out of here, B.
Yeah, Ewings are fire.
Ewings are fire. All right, so what did you want to know about the game, though?
So I want
because I'm here.
How many 3-point attempts have they taken against us?
Okay, I got that right here. Per game. Oh, well, I could tell you the amounts. So, and then we could do a rough estimate. So, they took 49, 44, 39, and 61. I think that was the game one. I think they set the record on. That's sad. Yeah, they hit 61 threes the first game.
Sure.
Yeah, so they shooting well over. They shooting damn near their average for sure, guaranteed.
Damn near or over, I would say slightly over, right? So let's.
Yeah.
If their average is 48, I would say maybe 49 or 50, just slightly over their average. Yeah, that's what concerns me. Even if it was just their average 48, you don't want them shooting 48 threes against you. So yeah, that's a big concern right there. And what we're gonna, like I said, what we're gonna have to do is really get physical with them. Don't let the cute finesse stuff that they do. Don't let them get away with none of that.
Facts.
Deuce McBride gonna have to put hands and feet on Payne Pritchard, man.
Oh, yo, listen, I slept on dude. Yo, on the live play-by-play, I slept on dude, right? I was like, yo, Payne Pritchard, he ain't trying to, he all he want to do is shoot threes. I didn't realize he was that proficient in operating in pick and roll. He killed us. I think it was the second game maybe. Because I remember doing a live play-by-play. I say, he ain't got nothing. Man, this dude went off. I was like, yo, he ain't no one-trick pony, bro. He could run an offense.
He reminds me a lot of, he not just doing it to us, he doing it to everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. He reminds me
and I had to learn that. Because that was early when I said that. That might have been the second game or maybe even the first game. Where I was like, nah, Pritchard ain't doing he ain't setting up no offense. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. He's like a TJ McConnell, but with a better shot.
Way better shot. He's going to light you up from downtown because he shoots like 9 threes a game by himself.
With like Steph Curry ability.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and he's shooting 9 threes off the bench.
That's off the bench. So this is what I'm saying. You got to deal with Jason Tatum. You got to deal with Kristaps Porzingis. You got to deal with Brown. You got to deal with Drew.
Yeah.
And then you got this guy coming off the bench.
And he's an assassin, bro. I said it on Big Dog Talk Sports show, right? Because he does an NBA show and we did award predictions. And I said, yo, if I had to pick my six man, it's Payton Pritchard. And part of the reason why, because I watched a lot of him, so I'm like, yo, that dude, he's like a starter, bro. Like the stuff that he does and the green light that he has, it's crazy. So he's getting 8 threes. So I gave him 1 extra. So he's getting about 8 threes a game. Still crazy off the bench. He takes 10 shots. 8 of them are threes.
And Derek White don't miss.
You said Derek White what?
Derek White has the quickest release in the NBA, and he doesn't miss.
No, he doesn't. He's shooting a little over 38%, and he shoots 9 threes a game.
Fam.
9 threes a game. See, so like sometimes when you look at percentage, this is why when I say Towns is the best shooting big man, right? They say, oh, no, Dirk. But I'm like, yo, Towns shoots way more threes than Dirk, and he shoots a higher percentage. If somebody's shooting more threes than you and they're shooting a higher percentage or a high percentage, how can you say you're better than them? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you say you're better than them? Like, yeah, you might shoot a better 3-point percentage than Boston. Like, we slightly have a better 3-point percentage, but they shoot 14 more threes than us. How do you say you're a better 3-point shooting team than Boston? They're the best, if you ask me. But
yeah, man,
yeah.
we got a tough outing on our plate, man. I'm telling you, we really need to punch them in the mouth. We really need to be physical.
Yeah.
We really do.
Calculated with our physicality.
Yeah, calculated with our physicality, but emphasis on the physicality, fam.
Yeah, especially on Tatum. OG. So I feel like we got the best big forward okay, so a big forward a perimeter centric big forward. I think we got the best defender for that type of player in OG Anunoby. I think he's the best in the Eastern Conference. Might be the best in the league, but definitely the best in the Eastern Conference, dealing with bigger guys on the perimeter. So like if you have a Giannis out there, if you have a Tatum out there, I'm more than confident with OG guarding on the perimeter. I don't like him in the paint banging with big dudes, but on the perimeter with bigger guys that are like they like to shoot threes, I think that he's tailor made for what OG Anunoby's going to do. Now I'm not saying he's going to stop Tatum, but I think he's going to make Tatum's life a lot difficult.
This is the problem with OG Anunoby. We only got one of them.
You only need one for Tatum. The rest of those guys. Now Brown. The key with Brown is you don't got size to match him. So if you put OG on Tatum, who's guarding Brown? He's bigger than everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. We only got one of them.
Yes. Yes.
That's the only problem with OG. We only got one of them.
Yeah. They only got one of them. And Mikal gonna have to take that challenge. I just don't want Brown to put Mikal in the basket, bro.
He's going to get
because
basket.
You think so?
And this is why I'm saying Karl Anthony Towns needs to be the X factor. Because if you're gonna put matter of fact, Karl Anthony Towns needs to be Mikal Bridges' big brother. And he needs to say, listen, every time you put him in the basket, I'm going to put your brother in the basket.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
He needs to bully Kristaps. Whoever they put on him, he needs to bully them.
It's going to be Holiday more than like. Well, I don't know because Holiday got the hamstring. So I don't know if they're going to put that much burden on Holiday because, yeah, you don't want him wrestling with a 280, 60, 70 pound big guy and he's dealing with a hammy. Me personally, I don't think that's. I mean, if they do it, good for them. You know, good for you. I mean, that's not my team, but I don't think that Joe would risk that. You know, but I'm telling you this: if Holiday's not ready to go, oh boy,
better be ready. And what I would I am forcing the switch for Holiday on JB. I'm make JB all night.
All night. And see, that's why Josh Hart is key. So like, because Josh Hart always gets like the center, he gets Al Horford, KP. Man, I'm running that pick and roll. If Josh Hart is power forward, I'm running the 1-4 pick and roll. And that's what they actually did that game, that overtime game. They did a lot of it that game. So to all my anti-Coach Tibbs people, that was one adjustment I noted that he made. He ran a lot of Hart. Because I said it the first game. I said, why don't Hart set screens? And guess what? By the time we got to game 3 and 4, Hart was setting screens, forcing the big guy to guard Brunson, and that Brunson would do what he do, right? When they put Horford or Cornette or got to put those guys in pick and roll. You have to attack those guys. That's their weak link. I always use this analogy. It's like a video game. Remember them old school video games where the boss would have a weak link?
Yeah.
Like a weak part of their body? That's their weak link. You have to put KP, Horford, Luke Cornette, make those guys defend you on the perimeter. How you do that? Put them in pick and roll. I do it all day, every day. I don't give a damn who is. So Cornette could be guarding Mikal Bridges, and you know how frail Mikal is. Set that screen. I don't give a damn. Get out there and set that screen. Set that screen. I want that mismatch right there.
Let me ask, would you prefer Hart in the starting lineup over Mitch?
Yes, only if now if Boston's playing big, then I want Mitch out there. Every time Luke Cornett hits the floor, I want Mitch on the floor. I don't give a damn where Towns is, if Towns is ready to come out or not. Put Mitch on the floor because Luke Cornett is going to kill you on the backside like he did games 2 or 3 when he had 8 points. Luke Cornett's not supposed to get 8 points. That's not supposed to happen. He got 3 offensive rebounds and 3 buckets off offensive rebounds because why? He's matched up with a smaller dude on the backside. So I would play Mitch every time Luke Cornett comes out there. You got to dominate. So like against Boston, you got to take away certain matchups and dominate those matchups. Like Towns has to dominate KP or whoever's on him, right? Bridges, we need Bridges to get going. We need Bridges. Like there's no resting. Whoever's Tatum is guarding, that person needs to get going, right? You're going to have to make the Boston do things that they don't want to do and try to exploit whatever little weaknesses they have. And it's very little weakness because Boston, they to me, they probably got the best overall defense in basketball.
They like the Monstars.
They're like the Monstars. And when I say overall defense, I'm meaning like they rotations to me is epic. And they cover their weaknesses better than anybody else in basketball.
The way they're able to switch, it's amazing, man. They cover.
Luke Cornett is out there switching on screens.
Yes.
And no one exploits it. No one. They don't exploit. I'm like, yo, Luke Cornett is on the perimeter. He's rotating on the perimeter. Why don't you exploit that? Very hard to do because first of all, most teams ain't got the personnel. Like, how many teams is like Cleveland? Cleveland could exploit it. Because they got Strus, they got 3 dudes that can initiate ball play actions, right? But not every team has that many guards that are that dynamic to really put the pressure on a defense like that.
They got Hunter.
Now, they got Hunter. Now, OKC has the best defense statistically wise. And probably period because OKC technically doesn't have a weakness. But I say Boston only because I think they do the best job at protecting and covering their weakness. So, yeah, you rarely see Horford getting cooked. You rarely see that. You don't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You don't see it.
I agree, man. It's tough, man. It's really tough. Like,
so hold on. Did you make your game prediction though?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I say. And this is my thing. I think, and I'm hoping this. I think it's a very close game, but I think that we end up pulling away. Man, I don't know.
Just say it. Just say it.
We're pulling away game 1. I'll go with game 1. I wanted to say game 2.
Okay.
I'll go with game 1.
Game 1.
Game 1. I say we play a very physical game. And I say Karl Anthony Towns was in a slump this last game, and he comes out of that slump this game.
Okay. So is it Knicks in 7? Knicks in 6? What's up? That's what I want. That's what I want.
You asking a lot now.
Okay, now listen. If you don't think we can get it, pick the Celtics. But I just want you to say Knicks in 6 or 7, or Celtics in what? What is it?
What I want is Knicks in 4. That's what I want.
No, we know that's not realistic. That's not realistic.
What I see happening is either Celtics in 6.
Okay.
Or Knicks in 7. If Knicks win, it's going to be in 7.
Okay. No, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at people also like even Stephen A. or people who pick the Celtics. I just don't like people saying Celtics in 5 and you're a Knicks fan. Then why are you a Knicks fan? Be a Celtics fan. You talking about Celtics in 5. That's like a defeatist mind state. I'm not going to go into a series and thinking that my team is going to get crushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing it. Detroit didn't do that.
No.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak that into existence. So
right.
I want, I definitely feel like, we want to fight, we want to win. Even do you see Bridges in that post interview?
Yeah, I saw it.
cussing on live TV.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. He was fired up.
he
Them
fired.
boys was happy.
I think we want to win. I think that last win, Jaylen Brunson, and this is why I'm saying game one, we taking game one, because I really feel like JB has, revved up the troops, and he has given us confidence.
Facts.
So it when you know that you got somebody like that on your team that you can go to, that gives you a more sense of security, and it gives you confidence to say, I could play my game. I can add to what he's bringing.
Right. No, that's facts.
We need Cat to really. I mean, I'm not. This is what I'm doing. I mean, just from a odds perspective, I'm not banking on Cat having a game like he had last game.
Okay.
I'm betting on him having a way better game than he had last game. I could be wrong, but I just don't see him having back-to-back bad games like that.
Yeah, like I agree. I think that first of all, Boston, we talk about Brunson like not having guys that could guard him. I think Towns realistically probably has no one on Boston could guard him. And it's going to be a team defense, and they're going to have to, do what they normally do, rotate, double team, help, things that they're very proficient in. But at the same time, he had 34 on them the last time. And I think that he can repeat that performance throughout any time he wants to. One thing about Cat, he has to be aggressive, because when you look at his usage rate, it doesn't really vary much. So he's somebody that can get 20 points on 8 shots. Like he can, because he's such a efficient scorer, he doesn't need that many shots. So whether or not he's getting 20 shots or 10 shots, I think he needs to make the most of his opportunities the way Cat can and has been doing. And also just be aggressive, man. Like, yo, I'm the big man. Give me the damn ball. I think it needs to be more of that. I think all of these guys are very selfless, which is great. But at the same time, man, you got to get your buckets, man. Josh Hart can't be passing up open shots, because he's going to get open shots. He got Al Horford. Dude, if you got Al Horford guarding you on the perimeter, you should average 20. I'm not expecting him to do that. I'm just saying he's not guarding on the perimeter.
Yeah.
You put that dude and pick him. Like, yo, I'm running them the screens to death. I don't care if they guarding Mikal Bridges, and Mikal does never set screens. Mikal, you going to be setting some screens this postseason. I need that mismatch on my ball handler, so. Yep. But any final words, my brother? Or I know you've been rocking for a while, man. I love talking to you, man. So it's all good.
Yeah. It's about man. I just want to give Mikal Bridges credit for that game, because we was harping. We have to give Jaylen Brunson his credit, and obviously give him all his praise because of what he did. But man, Mikal Bridges, you came through that game 6. Great job.
Big facts.
Great job. And with that being said, man, shout out to all the channel members, to all the
yes, sir.
All that, man. Subscribe, like the video, all that. And till next time, man. Knicks taking this series.
Yes,
Peace.
go. Knicks in 7. Let's go.
Take
I'm
that.
riding with you, man.
All right, peace.
Salute, man. So that was Mike from Harlem, the PA. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. Definitely a great show, man. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. The new Bodega Cat shirt arrived. I love it. It's fire. It feels so good too. Like, it's just really good quality, man. Go to shop.theobjective Knicks fan. Cop yourself some merch. I do got another caller calling in. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yo, it's JJ from Brooklyn. What's good, man? How you
feeling,
brother?
JJ from Brooklyn. Hey,
Salute,
listen,
man.
JJ. It's a great time to be a Knicks fan.
Yes, sir.
We made it to the second round.
Yes, sir.
That's big news. There's a lot
Big time,
like
man.
people writing us off, JJ. Why are they writing us off? Like, we supposed to be happy as Knicks fans.
Oh yeah, you got
Why are they writing us off? Why are they writing us off, JJ? Talk to me, man.
Let them, man. You know what I found funny? Last night they had all the Detroit guys on TNT. They put Jalen
Yes.
Rose in the studio with Shaq and them. He's like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Brunson be flopping. Who's flopping now, buddy? Your man, you saw your
Facts.
man cook your whole squad, and then you got
Your whole
Grant Hill,
squad.
your whole squad, and then you got Grant Hill calling the game. Heavy Detroit,
Yep. Yep.
crying just to see them all
Facts.
crying.
Just
But
to see
listen,
them
man,
all cry.
yeah, exactly. But listen, man, like Detroit, I give them props, man. They made us earn this, and we did earn it. So
Yes.
they really made us have to dig deep. So props to them, but it's not their time, not yet. That
Not yet.
they'll be here again though. But
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah. Cade is the real
yeah.
deal, by the way. Cade is the real deal.
Oh yeah, I like the big man too. I'm a big fan of Duran.
Oh
Duran had
yeah.
some
Oh
good
man.
moments. Duran, that's a big
He's a
boy.
mini David
He
Robinson. A mini David Robinson.
Man, he's gonna just wait till he's like 24, 25.
Not
Forget it,
skill
man.
wise, but like this a physical
Yeah, right.
specimen that
Oh,
you got to
forget
deal
it.
with. Like, this reminds me of
And I
David
didn't
Robinson.
even know, he's got a nice touch at the free throw line. What was it, like 9 for 10
Yeah,
yesterday or something? He could
yo,
shoot
he
that. It
killed us at
looks
the line.
good. Yeah,
Killed
he
us
was
at the line.
knocking them down. He did miss one clutch free throw late, but he could shoot from the
Yeah.
line.
But also, outside of
Yeah,
that, that's a big moment. That moment,
yeah.
sometimes the
Facts,
moment is
facts.
too big for a young guy like that.
Right.
He'll be better in the
Facts.
future because he
Oh
keeps
yeah,
going back to the postseason. The confidence is going to grow.
exactly, for
Now
sure,
you
for
got a
sure.
monster.
But I didn't just end so sweet, Mr. Malik, the troll Beasley with the
Oh yeah, I
fumble.
was about to comfort him on the
Oh,
podcast.
all that trolling he doing all on Twitter. We see all that
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. We see all
Yep.
that nonsense. The shimmying. What
Nonsense.
happened, man? What happened? You were wide open, my man. Come on, man. Get out of
Wide
here, bro.
open. How many wide open threes did they miss though? They missed a lot of wide open threes.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
all that smack.
All that smack just for you to fumble the biggest play. Come on, man. Take that somewhere
Facts.
else, man. You know. But listen, man. So this Boston series, man. I'm excited.
Let's go.
You know,
Let's go.
let's go, man. Let's go. So listen, all right. This is my thing, man. Like Mitchell Robinson. I see people like, we gotta start him. But my thing is, who is he guarding in the starting lineup on Boston? I
Facts.
don't
Nah,
see it. I just don't
100%.
see it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see it whatsoever. I just don't. Like people tell me like I was talking to someone last night that like, oh, he could just, roam the paint. I'm like, no, no, you
No.
can't. No, that's not good. What do you mean? This is Boston. The
Yes.
whole starting lineup shoots threes. Don't in the paint. No,
High pick and
not
roll
a
all
recipe.
day.
Yes, they're gonna bring him out of the
JJ,
paint. Yeah,
high pick and
absolutely.
roll all day. Their
Facts.
centers, his average 3-point shot is 27 feet. I am not exaggerating. We could go to NBA.com and look it up. His
Facts.
average 3-point shot is 27 feet. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Now he's got a guard. They're gonna bring him away. They're gonna bring him away from the
Mm-hmm.
hoop. Then it's just gonna open up offensive rebounds for Boston. Because if he's out
Yep.
of paint, who do we got? Brunson, Bridges, and OG grabbing rebounds? That's a recipe for failure.
And then what happens? Second
Like
chance threes.
absolute bingo. Facts. Facts. I'm sorry, I don't see that this series, it's not for Mitch, in my opinion.
Right.
It's my opinion, this is not the series for Mitchell Robinson. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah. How many
He
times
comes
have
in
we
when Luke Cornett comes in. That's his
fact?
cue. Luke Cornett's
Yeah,
up.
I
Okay,
agree.
Mitch, get out there.
Absolutely.
You
I'm with
know?
that. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that
Yeah.
for sure. But KP, even Horford. Horford's stretching the floor. He's still
Corner.
playing at a high level.
Corner boy all day. He's just
Yeah.
waiting. He's just
He's
waiting for you to
playing
mess
well.
up.
Yeah.
And he
Right,
gonna
I
hit like
agree.
3
If
in a row on
Cornette's
you.
in, facts.
Yeah.
I agree. If Cornette's in, yeah, I'm cool with
No.
Mitch coming in. But besides that, I'm good.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. So But listen, I think this series is gonna come down to Bridges and OG. Like I think that's what
I
I
agree.
think. I think we're gonna like. My concern is that both of them have not shown up offensively versus Boston this
Right.
season. OG with the Knicks last season as well. Terrible numbers versus Boston. So maybe it flips right now in the playoffs. That's what I'm hoping for. Because if those two play the way they have been playing offensively versus Boston, we're gonna be.
It's over.
It could be. Yeah, it's exactly. It's over. It's over.
Because you don't got no saviors coming in off the bench.
Fact. Exactly.
You don't even got a Malik Beasley coming off the bench.
Exactly. And the way Deuce
So
is probably our best scorer off the bench, and look at him right
right,
now. He's
right.
zero. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think you got no double digit score because I don't think Deuce averaged double
No, I
digit
don't think
points.
so. I don't.
I'm gonna pull
Yeah.
it up,
Did he
but
average 10?
I think it was around 9.
I
But I'm
think.
just
Yeah.
gonna
I
pull it
think it
up
was
just to
around
be
9 too. Maybe 10.
yeah.
Yeah, 9 or 10, something like that. But the way he
Mhm.
looked versus Detroit, I mean, man.
Yeah,
And
he's gonna have to do more. Or I'm like, yo, screw it. The line right, get out there. I gotta
Word.
mix it up. You can't continue like, see, I'm not an anti-Coach Tibbs dude, right? I'm not an anti-nobody dude. I'm just a Knick guy, right? And I support
Right.
everybody who's with the Knicks. And I want the Knicks to do the best they can, and I support everybody.
Right.
But at the same time, one of my Coach Tibbs knocks, he's not playing. You gotta say, okay, this guy's not performing. Let me try somebody else. At some point, you have to do it.
Right.
We watched Jericho Sims play 40 games, 39 games, right? And
Right.
Ariel is better. Why not give Ariel that time?
Facts.
So, but
Yeah.
to answer the question about Deuce averaged 9.5 points. So that's why we was
Right.
kind of didn't
There
know.
you
He was
go.
like almost
Right,
halfway there, but not
Right,
quite.
right.
So
Yeah.
you don't got nobody off your bench coming in to save you. So
Nah. Right.
yeah.
And Boston's got Pritchard won 6th man of the year, so he's
Pritchard,
he
Hauser
could
puts
draw.
in work.
Yeah, Hauser could shoot.
Al
Horford's still
Horford.
playing. He's still playing at a good level.
So
Yeah, I
you're gonna
mean,
need something from your bench, but more in
yeah,
particular, the two guys you named, they gotta show up.
exactly. They got to show up. I feel like Boston. I feel like they're gonna be cool with Brunson doing his thing. I think they're gonna be like, all right, he could score his 30 game, but we're gonna make sure the other guys don't have big games. We're not gonna let Bridges go for 20, OG go for 19. I think they're gonna live with. In my opinion, I think that's what I would do. I would say, here, Brunson, go get your 32. We ain't letting none of these other guys have huge series.
Yeah. So are
Like,
you a dribble guy? That think Brunson does dribbles?
I mean, if he's gonna, if I know he's gonna hit the shot, I guess.
Because like people feel like Brunson dribbles too much, and
Right. Yeah.
I feel like this year, you got a more balanced cap. He was top 10 in assists, top 10 in points.
Right.
We seen multiple 30 point doubles assist wise. He had like 30 plus 11, 30 plus 10 against Detroit. So
Right.
and even in game 3 or 4, I can't remember which one, but Brunson was the last one to score. He made sure he gave everyone the ball. He was the last one to score. My thing is, when those guys are not scoring, that's when I need last year's, but that's when I need dribble, because these guys ain't doing nothing.
100%.
But I do agree that he has to get these guys involved, especially early in the game.
Right.
You can't allow Towns to go long stretches and not get touches. I think Towns, I don't want to say number one option. I'm going to say I think Towns has to average 26, 27, 28, 29 points for us to have a chance against Boston, because realistically, they don't have no one that can guard him.
I was just going to say that.
They don't have no one that could guard him.
I was just going to say that. I agree.
We got to feature him. Brunson could get his 30, but Towns still has to be featured because he's just a problem. In the last game, I put it on the screen against Boston. Yo, he killed it. He figured it out. He only took 3 threes and had 34 points.
He was great that last game, right? At the Garden. I remember they were he was
Yeah,
cooking them all.
he
Holiday
was cooking them
cooked.
all. They
Tatum
couldn't guard him.
cooking.
So
Right.
that's the Towns that we need. We
Right.
need that Towns to come bring his talents to Boston in this, in this series. And I think we could upset the apple cart, man. I mean, I'm going to go in on Sunday for my channel members. I'm gonna do a show because I got a whole bunch of like notes and things that I jot down and I'm gonna be breaking it down. Maxine, my producer, I wanted to do it for everyone, but she said it's a members only show, right? But I'm gonna go in because I really think that we have a better shot at beating Boston than what their bookies and everyone else is giving us. So, what's your prediction game wise? Is it Celtics in 6, Knicks in 7? Where do you see this series going?
I gotta be honest. I'm gonna go if I'm betting, I'd probably go Boston in 6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm a huge
No, that's
Knicks
fine.
fan. Like, believe me, I'll be the happiest person in the world. Trust me. But
yeah,
it's they're a chance for a reason, man. They're loaded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
Like I think we're gonna give them a fight. And believe me, I'm praying that we could somehow win this series, man. But I gotta be honest. I'm sorry,
listen, brother. I'm not mad at you and nobody that's picking Boston. Especially based on what we've seen. So I think that's a fair take. Of course, you want your team to win. Just because you think Boston's going to win doesn't mean that you don't want your team to win too. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, of
to
course.
people that
Of course.
That's nonsense. But this is the Objective Knicks fan show. So on this show, you're allowed to have your own opinion, especially when you have some good sound reasoning behind it. Yeah, I'm not looking for an echo chamber here. If you don't think we're good enough to win, speak your mind.
Yeah, I gotta, let me just be real, but I think we're gonna give them a fight, man. We're gonna give them a run. Most people I know we're gonna see 4 or 5. I think it's gonna be closer than that. And hey, you never know, man. Let's just go out swinging, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Just give them everything you got, man.
Right. That's what I want to see.
And I agree. Towns, listen. You got to eat. There's no one, like you were just saying, there's nobody on the Celtics roster that should be able to guard you. KP, too weak. Tatum, too small.
Facts.
They're going to put Holiday on you like they did that certain times this year. Cooking. I know he's a great defender. He's strong in the post defensively. I don't care. You're stronger. Man
You're
up
stronger.
And body these dudes.
Body the dude.
These dudes.
Man, hit fadeaways if you have to. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad if he has to get some fadeaways up, but you gotta be aggressive. I don't want to see you passing the ball with Holiday on you. Like if you passing the ball with Holiday's on you, it's like, dude, like we need you to take advantage of that matchup.
I know Holiday's a very strong post defender, but come on, man, there ain't no excuse. You got all the advantages over him. I love Holiday. Tough, strong. He's not you, bro. He's not. Obviously, he doesn't have your height. He doesn't have your size, your strength. Cook him.
Right.
Cook him.
Gotta cook him, man. And confidence is a big thing too. Confidence is a big thing too, man. Right. But I'll let you get your final words, JJ. Great call, man. I appreciate you calling, man. I love when you call up.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, brother. Yeah, so man, let's just I feel like game 1, that's the game where I feel like the road team has the best chance at stealing. So let's get game 1 and then get game 1 and then hey, you get game 1. Hey, it's gonna get very interesting.
We talking.
We'll say that. Now we're talking. Get game 1.
Now we're talking.
Get game
I'm riding
1.
with you, man.
Let's do it, man. Let's just battle. You know what I'm saying? Swing.
Facts. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Thank you, JJ. I appreciate you calling, man. You already know I'm here every Friday. Call up anytime you want to call up.
No
and
doubt,
podcasts on Mondays. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Later, man.
Peace. All right, that was JJ. Salute to JJ. I do got another call that called in. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Love talking this Nick talk with you. 570. I'm calling you back right now. Salute to FS
Your
Wisdom.
call has been forwarded to an automated.
Okay. 570. Call back. Call back, my brother, if you're listening. Oh, he's calling back. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
I was JJ. Salute to JJ. It's Kevin from Atlanta, New York native. Stuck in Atlanta for a little while.
Salute. Turn down your background, Kevin. Turn down your background.
Long time listener, first time caller, as you can tell.
No doubt. I appreciate you. What's going on, man? How's it going, man? You said Kevin from the ATL, right? Oh, we lost him. Hold on. We get him right back. Technical difficulty. Hello, Kevin, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Kevin from the ATL, but you from New York. What part of New York?
South Jamaica.
Oh, okay. Queens in the house. Let's go.
Yeah. A couple questions. 2 questions for you, and I got 3 comments. One question is, what do the assistants do during the game? Why don't they get adjustments from? Why don't Tibbs get adjustments from the assistants? All the coaches. That's one.
You want me to answer it, or you want to say everything?
Yeah.
Okay, we do it one by one. Okay, well, one thing I'm gonna say is we don't know that he's not getting advice from the assist, because it could be multiple things. It could be that they're giving him the advice, but he's not taking heed to it, right? They'd be like, "Hey, Tibbs, you should do this." He's like, "Nah, I ain't doing that." Right? That's one thing. 2, or they are giving him the advice, but the advice may not be sufficient, or maybe it is, but one thing I will say, because somebody called earlier and said that, no one talks to Tibbs on the bench. Usually it's the lead assistant's job. So last year it was Johnny Bryant, and you would see him at times going and talking to Tibbs. But Rick does talk to Coach Tibbs. I have seen Rick pull Tibbs to the side. It's really his job to communicate with Tibbs. The other guys have other roles. One of them is a replay dude. The other dude deals with certain players. They all got their own assignments. But usually on the sideline, when they want to report something from the bench, it's like a hierarchy, and it's usually that lead assistant. So honestly, I don't know if Tibbs is completely negating what they're saying. I mean, if he does, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's how I would answer that question.
Well, that's good. I do see Rick running around, so maybe that's what he's doing. And like you said, the other ones are spotting what they're supposed to be spotting and things like that.
Right.
The other thing was Josh on KP. I know that everybody's got the idea how that works. Why not a big man that can put weight on him? Because you want to try to push him in. You don't want him out because he can shoot the 3. So what about like Precious? Have we tried anybody else on KP? Do you remember any other games that we played and who guarded him?
Oh, are you talking about my idea? Because that was my idea. I said to put Hart on KP. That's not what they're gonna do.
Okay.
You know what? I can't say what they're not gonna do. We got to see what happens. Because maybe Coach Tibbs, he might come up with the same idea. I don't know. That's how all right. So the reason why I came up with the idea, right? Because I watched so many damn Boston games, and if there's one team, I think they might be the team I hate the most is Boston Celtics.
There you go.
I think this is the team, probably in sports, like even like the other Boston team, the other rivals in other sports. I think they're the team I probably hate the most, but I watched them the most because I knew that we were going to see these guys in the postseason. So I really wanted to understand what they do. Now, I remember the Lakers when the Lakers smacked Boston, right? I saw that game. The one thing they did was they put Rui Hachimura and Max Christie on KP. And KP was trying to KP was like Yao Ming that game, but he wasn't really doing that well. He did get a couple of buckets, but what it did was it took Boston away from the 3-point line, because Boston, their offense is designed to shoot threes. That's it. That's what they want to do. They shoot 48 threes a night. That's mostly what they do. That's all they really looking for is the open 3-point shot. So if I can get KP, whose average 3-point shot is 27 feet, if I can get him away from there, because the last time we saw KP, you want to know what he did to us? He had 8 threes. He had 4 threes in the third quarter. He completely torched us.
Was he shooting threes when he was on the Knicks?
He did, but not like as much as he is now. No.
I didn't remember him shooting threes like that. He's surprised.
Not like that. He did, but like, no, he wasn't getting up 8 threes in the game. Nah, let alone making 8 threes. But just getting up 8 threes, nah, he wasn't doing that. So that he kind of evolved in his role. But that's why I said, because I remember that Laker game very vividly, and I'd never seen anyone else guard Boston like that, right? And so I figured like we have a lineup where we can do some wacky things. Another thing too, right? When I put Towns on Brown, I want to take Browns out of the flow of the offense as well, because Brown takes advantage of smaller guards. That's how he gets his buckets. But if you watch Boston, you notice how when you watch these games, notice what Brown does when he has a hard on him or Mikal, whoever's going to guard him. If they're smaller than him, he's going to be very aggressive trying to get to the basket. And you talk about Brunson foul baiting. Jaylen Brown is also a foul baiter. He's trying to draw contact. He wants to get to the line. He's the only Celtic that wants to get to the basket. All the rest of the Celtics, they all want to shoot shots. So that's why I said that.
Yeah,
but it probably won't happen though. Just to that just was my wacky idea. But go ahead.
Right. I had a couple comments. One comment, I say Knicks in 6. I say because if we win one game, we can win them all. But,
you said Knicks in 6?
We got to throw something at them.
Let's go.
As hard as we're looking, you got to listen to what they're talking about over there. They're worried about us worse than anybody else. I would rather play the Boston than Cleveland. I don't know what you guys say about that.
Really? Oh, I see. On that point, I might disagree with you on that because I feel like Cleveland, their one weak link is our strength. They don't guard the perimeter well. They don't. Perimeter guards cook them. They're not a good perimeter defensive team. They're really good on the interior, though. But on the perimeter, Garland, food. Trust me, Garland.
We're going to try to guard the 3, and we don't do that. But we're going to try to do it for the playoffs because it's the playoffs. So you don't know what they're going to do.
We've been doing a better job. But I mean, it's the Pistons. So, I mean, hey. But we did do a good job against the Pistons. I think they only shot, 32% from 3. So we did do a good job on the Pistons. And post All-Star break, I think we have the 4th best 3-point defense in basketball. So the 3-point defense has improved towards the end of the season.
Yeah, all right. And one last thing is that I think that you got a real good show. I think your show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yours actually talks to the points. Not sound bites and things. I like your game plan and things. I like it, man.
Oh, thank you, man. I listen, man. I watch a lot of basketball, and I don't listen to no one else. Like I don't listen to ESPN and I watch clips, and that's why I do my little smoke of the week segments because I see the clips when Shaq says ridiculous stuff. But I try not to listen to other people's opinions because I feel like the majority of the people you see talking in TV, I don't think they watch more basketball than me. I watch a lot of basketball, bro.
That's what they're learning. They're learning it.
I watch a lot of and you know what I do? Because I got League Pass. I watch the local broadcasts. I don't watch the national, so I don't like to listen to the games on TNT. I go and I listen to the Boston broadcast because that's where you're going to learn more about the team. If you listen to these guys on TNT, they're not going to tell you nothing. They don't, come on. But go ahead.
League Pass has been skipping up this year because I missed a lot of games with League Pass. I got League Pass, but I missed a few games. Unless I don't know
which games you missed. What, Knicks games?
Yeah.
What? Wait, are you saying not on MSG or like when you say you missed them?
Yeah, it must have been. It couldn't have been TNT because that one always comes on. Yeah, I missed a couple of games. I didn't know how you get there. Like, do you put in a different zip code?
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So look, when you got the League Pass app, right? It's really stupid. The interface is trash, but you got to go to the calendar and go back on the calendar and click the day. So you got to know the day of the game. Go all the way up on. It's not obvious because I had the same problem. Like if you miss a game and you want to go back. Like, how the hell you do that? You got to go to the calendar and scroll up and click on the day. But you got to know the date of the game. It's retarded. It's crazy.
Go watch the games.
Yeah, the way the system is set up is crazy. And I'm not sure if you're watching from a device now. from your TV, I don't even know how to work. I don't watch League
No,
Pass
I
on the
use
TV.
computer. Yeah, I don't have TV.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on the computer or my tablet
Right.
when I watch the League Pass games.
So I'm gonna go back and catch up on some games. There were some Boston games I wanted to see. Ask some
Yeah,
questions
go
here.
back. When you get to that calendar, all you gotta do is just scroll up and then just know the date of the games. You click the date, you'll see the games there. Yep. And you can watch them on MSG and you can watch the TNT version if it's on, because all of our Boston games was on like national TV. So, that's another thing. So there is no, I just thought about that. There is no MSG. All the games were on national TV. So unfortunately, you have to watch NBC joints. But
playoffs. That's right. The playoffs.
No, I'm talking about even in the regular season. Our 4 games against Boston was on national TV. It wasn't on MSG. So you got to watch it on ABC.
I know I catch it on my iPad. I catch it. No problem.
Yeah. But that's how you get to it, man, for sure. And watch those games, man. It's good to go back and watch those games.
Good looking out. Good looking out. Yeah, I got the idea from you when you said you did that. So I'm doing a little mini marathon here.
Yeah.
See if I can watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch the Orlando games because I only watched 2 of them, so I want to watch the Orlando games, the ones I missed, to see what they've been doing in the postseason. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, good chopping up with you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, great talking, man. I'm here every Friday, man. Knicks call up show 10:45, man, Eastern Standard Time, man. Salute to you, man.
I'll make it home soon, man. I'll be home, so either I get to a watch party or something. We'll see.
Nice. We actually did a watch party for the first game of the postseason. So I was trying to see if I do something for the second round. I don't know. I'll see.
I don't see why people won't come out because I know I'm looking to come out. But here, what can I do here? This is Trae Young.
Got you.
This is Trae Young territory. He stinks.
Oh yeah. Oh, my man Keith. He's also from the ATL. He calls in all the time too. So he calls in from the ATL.
Oh, we got a bunch of New York fans. Whenever the Knicks come to town, it's all New York. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, all right, my brother, man. Salute, man. Great call, man.
Salute. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all. This is the final call for calls on the Knicks Call Up Show. This was a great show. Some great callers called up. Got a message from somebody. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. We talking about Boston Celtics. How could the Knicks beat the Celtics in the playoffs? We're not no negative Nancy's, man. And if you do feel like the Celtics is going to win the series, I'm not knocking you because, based off what we've seen, the Celtics are the favorite coming in. I'm not mad at you. I'm going to say Knicks in 7 because I'm a Knicks fan. And not that you're not a Knicks fan, but I'm just going to be optimistic, right? I think we got a good team. So I have a system. When we have a good team, I'm optimistic. When we have a negative team, I'm kind of going to lean the other way, right? Y'all don't want to see that objective Knicks fan. That's a more, I might be on the anti-Tibbs hive in those circumstances, but we got a good team and I don't foresee us being bad for a while, right? For a while. Let me see you guys talking about in the chat, man. Salute to HRM, the great FS Wisdom. I see you in the building, FS Wisdom. By the way, to all the channel members, I'm going to do a special channel member show on Sunday, breaking down this postseason. So if you're not a channel member and you're subscribed, consider joining the channel, man. We get some great perks. One of the things we got is the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. I mean, it's great conversations. We was in there talking about the fights today, the Ryan Garcia fight. We was talking while we watch it. So we got all types of chats in there. It's not, my Discord server is not a free for all. Everyone gets in, right? It's a members only thing. And it's better that way because the people who are in there, they want to have real conversation. They honestly care about the game. It's not just a bunch of just craziness going on. So, that's one reason why you join the channel, man. You hit that join button, get up in there. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat, though. Jabroni, Mikal, and Brown are both 6'6". No, Jabroni, we're saying that Brown is size-wise. He's big. Brown is like, what, 230? So he takes guys who don't have his size to the paint. Not height, size, right? We talking about size. Let me see. Bernard King, Larry, Mello. Kobe. Wait, hold on. Why did you HR the Great? If you still here, I don't get that list. Was that the list where we were talking about? Oh, middies. Oh, okay. I see it now. You saying all the greats that used to have middies as their bread and butter. Bernard. Nah, but they no. Salute to Bernard King. Salute to Larry Bird. Salute to Melo. Footwork. Brunson's footwork is different. I'm talking about footwork. I'm not talking about just. Well, okay, bro. You saying mid range? Okay. No, we said mid range. Mid range. It really was mid range footwork, but mid range game. Yeah, Melo, Bernard King, Larry for sure. For Garrett Fire. But SGA is more efficient than all of those guys. No offense to those guys. Legends. SGA is getting 30, shooting damn near, 50%? His efficiency is crazy. Those other guys are not as efficient as SGA, right? But all great. All great. Right, FS Wisdom, 30 pounds heavier. That's what I'm talking about, size-wise, not height-wise. Anytime he gets somebody who he feels he could back down and bully, Brown going straight to the basket. Yeah, I see HR in the great. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Mid-range, those guys were great. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But to me, Shea's more efficient than all of those guys. Hotline Bling, salute to you. He says facts is 2025. You gotta go to the city's pages to get info. Yeah, bro. Hotline Bling. That's one thing. The NBA app. I might. You know what? Could you Hotline Bling when you go to the NBA app, right? Could you click on a team and get the games? Because if they did it that way too, like sort of like how MSG is set up. Like if I click on a team, will they games pop up? Because if they did that, if they had it like that, let me see. Nah, you see the top stories. Let me see. Schedule. Can I click it and watch the game? Because if they got that, then that's fire. Nah, it just takes you to they don't got that. That's what they need to do, Hotline Bling. On the NBA app, they should have it where you click on the team and you go to schedule. And then when you got the list of all the games, you click on the game and then they'll take you to watch it. Right now, if you click on the game, they just take you to the stats. That's not productive, bro. Yeah, that's what they need, Hotline Bling. If they had that, NBA.com would be the best app, right? I'm just now learning how to use it. Like, yo, to find this stat right here, I had to go through a article that was talking about isolation because I couldn't remember how to work this. You see all this right here? How to work all this stuff to get the isolation. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get to it now. Oh yeah, see it's under play type, but like if you gotta, bro, look at this. How did you get here? Like if you start from the regular page, if you go to stats, right, and you start from the regular page and you want to see ISOs, right? Let's see. Traditional. How do I get this? I was just there. I don't even know how to get there. How do I get there? Oh, wait, play type. Okay, see, I just learned, see? But how many people are going to find it that way? I didn't even realize you could do this. This is, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, box outs. Oh, okay. Oh, so this is how, okay, got it. I didn't even know you could get the stuff like this. But the NBA.com app is powerful. It has a lot of stats, but like you got to know how to work this joint. Like it's not that I mean it's kind of it takes some understanding to know how to use this app. But I just figured out how to get there. That's kind of cool. Like they literally tell you every aspect of basketball. I mean it's just sometimes I feel like it's too much, but I get it. You know. Oh, Hotline Blink said he just be knowing what to do. Final call for calls, y'all. 646-995-8389. And like I said, Sunday's the members show. I'm gonna do a Boston show. I think I'm gonna talk to Maxine. I'm gonna do some post-game shows as well because you guys like that. People always they be going crazy in the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. They be talking after the games all night, and I think I'm gonna do some post game shows, bring that to the channel as well. But my post game show is gonna be late, so if the game ends at 10:30, we might be after midnight with it, So if y'all pull up for that, we could do it. To I know the West Coast people definitely gonna be there, but it'll be. If I have to make it earlier, I'll probably do 11:45. But it more than likely it'll be after midnight, dude. I'm a vampire. If you guys didn't know, I'm just up late. I thrive at this time. Like this time right now, because the family's sleeping, so this is like free time for me. I'm watching games. I usually watch a condensed game. I try to catch up on something. So tonight, after this is done, I might watch the game 4 with the Knicks Celtics in the regular season. I might watch that tonight because I'm curious to see, because I don't remember this. I know I got my notes, but I'm curious to see why this game ended the way it did in overtime, because I don't remember the overtime that much. But Hotline Bling, the only way to join the Discord, you have to become a member. And you know what? That's what I'll do on the way out. I'll show you guys some of the members perks. So when you join the channel, one of the main perks is you get access to the Discord. And like I said, I'm in there. It's a great way to extend the conversation with me. And we talk about Knicks and everything else as well, right? I'm talking about every sport. We was talking about boxing earlier. We got an NFL chat. We got a other sports chat. So Yankees, Mike, he always is talking about the Yankees. He watches he's heavy on the Yankees. We talk about everything, bro. It's fire. It's a great community, and we have great conversations. So when you join the channel, that's the one thing you get. That's not the only thing you get. We also have member only live shows. Like I said, Sunday I'm doing a members only show, right? Members also get priority reply to comments. So anytime you want to post something, you want me to get back to you, I'm going to get back to you. Like these live shows, I'm always looking for my members. Also, like I do polls every single day, or most days. And so people put comments on them. When I see a members comment right there, I pop it. Sometimes I do members first videos as well. So if I drop a clip, let the members watch it first. Also, I do this series called Unfiltered Thought, though I've been slacking. I got to do some more Unfiltered Thought. I might want to do one tonight too. But just a series that I do for members. Another thing too, I'm about to start hooping. I'm about to get back outside. I'm working out, get my jump shot right, get my game right, and I'm gonna start filming like my park trips so you can see my team how we be cooking people. Another thing too, members get shout out, and members also get a discount on the merch. The merch that I have behind me right here. This is the new stuff. The fire. This right here, the Bodega Cat, is fire, bro. I mean, this right here is just, man, it just feels so. I don't know. I just like the way it feels, man. It's really fire. It's fire. The merch is fire. Everybody love the mugs. So this is the Captain 11 joint for Brunson, right? I got my Bodega Cat coming one too, but everybody loves the mugs. So get yourself a mug as well. All you gotta do is go to shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com or shop.thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. Don't matter. Whatever website you go to is gonna take you to the same place. And you can get the mugs and stuff like that. All right. So, but that's how you join the Discord server. Become a channel member. All you gotta do is hit the button. Let me see. Hotline Blink said Josh Hart for the 3. Yuck, I remember that. Josh Hart from 3. Man, Josh Hart gotta hit them threes though. He gotta take them. He can't be hesitant on the threes. Let's see. Clone. Wait, clone. Why is Clone G Ananobi? You said Clone G Anobi? You saying he's a clone? Oh, we need a clone. That's what he said. Yo, if we had 2 OG Ananobis, that would be a cheat code. If you did think about it, man. But I want to take the time to salute all the callers, man. My man Yuri from the Bronx, right? New Knicks who called in out of Alabama. My man from Cali, I don't remember his name, but salute to him. My man Hector out of Jersey. HRM the Great. My man Bell out of Coney Island. Salute to Bell. JJP, right? Salute to him calling. I think JJ's from you from Brooklyn, right? Salute to my man, of course, Mike from Harlem, the PA, Mixtape Madness, Discord server channel member. And salute to Kevin from the ATL as well, out of South Jamaica. He didn't say Queens, right? In New York City, there's a few neighborhoods where we don't say the borough, right? Coney Island is one of them. Like my man, what's his name? Bell from Coney Island. He said, I'm from Coney Island. There's a few neighborhoods in New York City where you don't say the borough, you say the neighborhood, right? Like Queensbridge, right? South Jamaica is another one, right? Coney Island for sure. Coney Island, they wanted to separate from Brooklyn. Bronzeville's another place. I'm from the Ville, right? There's few places in New York City. Harlem, of course. I think Harlem is the number one place where we never say Manhattan. If you from Harlem, you're going to say you from Harlem, not Manhattan. Right. So there's a few places in the city where we say we from instead of the actual city. Walter White. Salute to you, Walter White. You said, do you think the Knicks have the assets to get Giannis? We actually do. We do got the asset to get Giannis. And it's this guy right here. This guy right here will get you Giannis. Do you want to give this guy up? Do you want to give him up? You give him up, you can get Giannis. I don't know if Towns is going to be enough to get Giannis. But this guy right here, you give this guy up, you get Giannis. I don't know if you want to give that guy up. I don't know if you want to give that guy up. But that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to give a big time salute to Walter White, Hotline Bling, HRM the Great, channel member, Distinct Madness, Discord server, Osmosis Jones, Tendril, I said HRM the Great. Knicks will be chance 20. Oh, how could I forget? Knicks will be chance 25-26. Not only is he a mod, but not only is he a member and a part of the Mixtape Madness Discord server, he's also a moderator. One of the first moderators I had on the channel. Matter of fact, Knicks will be champs. You might be the first moderator I had on the channel. I think Knicks will be champs might be the first mod. And of course, J-Tap also is a mod and channel member. Salute to J-Tap. Beeman Boy, salute to you, Size 9. Of course, how could I forget the great Maxine that was in the house? Salute to everybody that tuned in and made this show a great show. I do appreciate you all. That's all I got for you guys tonight, man. What a Knicks call-up show. So until next time, let's go, Knicks.